Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the, instead of a gavel, we got a Colorado Center for the Blind Freedom Bell. So welcome to the 2020 convention banquet. This has been a great convention. I hope everybody has been digging it as much as I have. Jessica Beecham and Kevin Kovacs are going to be alongside just in case I have a meltdown. I have iPhone issues today and I've been melting down and jumping off. So we'll have MCs all over the place here. Scott Labar, he'll jump in before the night is over. We're going to have him talk about a few things as we move forward. And also, we're going to ask folks around the state to unmute in your pods and say hello to us as we move forward. Vicki Hedrick, let's see if Vicki is here. Vicki, it'd be good if I could say Vicki Hedrick. I used to think of her as Vicki Sailor because you know why? Because she used to be Vicki Sailor. Vicki, are we unmuted? Vicki? I don't hear a Vicki. There's no Vicki. If we don't get Vicki relatively quickly, we might think about if Jeanette is in the room. Jeanette, are you here? Jeanette Fortin or Vicki Hedrick. One of the two of you, if you could unmute. And
Vicki and
Kevin, I'm here. It's Vicki.
Is that Vicki? Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Vicki. To give us an invocation, please, for the 2020 convention banquet. Vicki Hedrick, we heard from her this afternoon. My blindness, myself, and what a great panel that was, certainly. And Vicki, thank you for doing that very much. Thank you for all you do. And please welcome for our prayer this evening, Vicki Hedrick.
Thank you, Kevin. Would all of you please take a moment and bow your heads with me? Heavenly Father, we humbly and respectfully invite you, Lord, into our presence. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as a group for the National Federation of the Blind. Lord, we respectfully ask that you watch over each and every person in this audience tonight, as well as their families and loved ones near and far. We just thank you, Lord, and give you all due respect for the opportunities that this organization provides. Lord, for the work that we are able to do, both locally and statewide and nationwide. Father God, we just ask that you watch over each meal. We provide all of our meals to your presence, Lord, that you offer us, fill us all with your healing power of love, and that each body that intakes these dinners tonight, Lord, will be fulfilled in every way. And we just thank you, Father, for all of the love and blessings bestowed on every one of us. We ask, Lord, that you watch over our troops near and far and our politicians, Lord, those that are making the decisions for our country. We ask that your presence be in the midst of this November election. Lord, we just give you all the glory and praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Vicki, thank you very much for doing that. It is tradition in the Colorado affiliate that after our invocation, we also leave a few extra moments of silence for people who want to celebrate, meditate, contemplate in various faith traditions that we welcome under the National Federation of the Blind umbrella. And to think about folks who have been troubled in this time of pandemic. We have lost friends and colleagues, both due to pandemic and other tragedies in this last year. So if we could just take an extra moment of silence and contemplation. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Door prize? Do we have a door prize? Where is my friend?
All
Monika,
right.
Nika. Hey,
Hey,
Monika,
Dubs.
Nika. Yeah, you got a
Hello.
whole bunch? You got a whole bunch, baby?
I got a what?
You got a whole bunch of them?
I do. I have 10
Okay,
actually.
let's
So
do it.
other
Let's do
people
it.
came
Whatever
through.
you
So
got. Let's
all right.
do
So
it.
we're gonna kick it off right. We're gonna kick it off big. We're gonna give away $100, and that's gonna go to Christina Covington.
From the at-large chapter.
Who is that?
Christina Covington.
Yeah. Remember
All right,
to
from your large chapter, raise
I
your
think
hand.
I see her. I see a Christina C. I've asked her to unmute.
Unmute, Christina.
Oh, she raised her hand.
Oh, wow.
Right, you're here. Okay, we're doing it. Why don't we do another one? We're on a roll. If we can do too early, we might as well do, we're on a roll, so let's roll.
all right, let's do, how about an echo dot?
Ooh,
Yeah.
right.
Told y'all we had some good stuff for the banquet. How about High Wind Lee?
Say the name again, please, Monique.
High Wind Lee.
All right, welcome, and raise your hand or unmute or turn on your video and jump up and down. Wiggle your fingers. We're going to move it pretty quick. By now, people should know how to do this, other than me.
I'm not
All
seeing
right.
that name.
Not
Hey
seeing
guys,
them.
can y'all
Hi.
hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
can. What's up?
Christina. I'm so sorry I could not unmute.
Well,
Well,
you did have
Thanks for
congratulations.
raising your hand.
Winner,
Well, thank you
winner. We saw
guys
your.
very, very much.
You're welcome. We saw your hand. Nice. Thank you.
Okay,
Two Christine C's logged on.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's because I keep switching between my phone and my computer.
Yeah, I do too. I keep switching before
When I'm
one phone could burn out. Okay,
when
thank
I'm
you. Do we
still,
have?
I sit at the computer. When I'm moving, I switch to my phone. So,
Great.
but thank
We
you,
got
thank
you.
you, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Winner, winner, winner. All right. Who else do we have? Pick another one, Maury.
All right. Tony Maldonado.
Hey, you're here. I know you're here. Got to be here.
That's a
Better be
great
here than
name.
there. Yeah.
Tony is here with the hand up.
Hey, Tony,
All
put your
right.
hand up. Okay, winner, winner, winner. Let's we're gonna have some stray dogs shortly. We have
Hello?
a few other features
Hey, I'm
that folks
unmuted.
are gonna.
We got you,
Hello.
Tony.
Hi, we got you, Tony. We got you, bro. We're good. Good to go. Okay, cool. Man, we're gonna give away a bunch more door prizes. Is Julie Deeden in the house? Julie Deeden, go and unmute unless you can't for some reason. But I said earlier to be ready and close to go. But on the other hand, she might be busy.
Hello, I am here.
You know,
Yay.
Julie Deeden, I wanted you to unmute at this banquet to say anything you want additionally about the center. Your report today and that video that Dan and the team put together was outstanding and wonderful. And, you know, the chief program of the National Federation of the Blind of Colorado is not Project Literacy. That's a nice, healthy little program. It is not this or that or the other. It is our Colorado Center for the Blind. Julie Deeden, give us a little more about the center and any feelings you have at this banquet.
Thank you so much, Kevin. First of all, I think we can all agree that this was an amazing convention. It's one of our best conventions. Having to do it virtual hasn't been easy, but it's been so wonderful. So I just wanted to let you all know, I am sitting right now at the center in my office, and we have all of our staff and students here. And we had tonight, we all have burritos. So we had steak burrito. You could have a steak burrito, a chicken burrito, a vegetarian burrito with an amazing poblano sauce on it. That's what I had. Or a chili relleno burrito. So we had that, and we were all able to partake in. You know, normally we don't serve alcohol here with our students at the center, but it's a special occasion. So all of our students and staff that are over 21 got to have a beer or a hard cider so we could be really prepared and ready for the banquet. We're all spread apart here at the center. We have just a few people in each room. So that we are really following what we need to follow as far as protocol goes. Our students have been very attentive today. I know that they've really gained so much. And I think the fact that we're able to be here together has made a major difference, only because almost all of our students are brand new to the National Federation of the Blind. And so we really want to have the opportunity to educate them, spend time with them, and talk about what we're doing. So we've had an opportunity to do that throughout the convention. So that's been really valuable for everybody. So that's what's happening at the center, and everyone's having a very great time. Thanks,
Woo!
Kevin.
Thank you. Julie, we love you. We love Dan. We love Brent. We love Martin. We love all y'all. Let's do something to throw Kevin and Paul and those guys. Let's do this. If you ever worked at the center, or if you graduated from the center, please raise your hand.
Oh,
If you've
wow.
ever worked at the center, if you've been a center employee, or if you were a center student, even if you were thrown out like I was.
8 hands. 9.
And,
I can't raise my hand as a
15.
co-host, but I'm here. I did work at the
18.
center.
yeah,
Yeah, I
worked there
can't
for a
raise
while.
my hand
19.
either.
You worked there
20.
for a while, Stalin. 20. Oh,
23.
man. Hey, there. Let's get going
24.
up. Let's go it up.
26.
Oh, Marianne, get ready.
28. 29. 30.
Wow.
I'm ready. And volunteers at the center, I would have to raise my hand. I got
30,
drafted to work at the center. Does that
31.
count?
Yeah,
30,
Marianne,
31.
get ready. We'll start talking now.
33.
3 here, Paul.
How many we got?
36. It's still going up.
They're still going up. Come on, you guys.
38.
By the way, I'm eating my dinner too, you guys. Here, let me show. For those of you who can see on the video,
39.
this is my dinner. Maybe you can hear it.
41.
I like that dinner.
It's a
42.
A
beverage.
T and V, huh?
Yeah, it's a T and V. No, it's a
Or actually a T.
LaCroix. I'm having a LaCroix with.
Oh,
We got to about
How many we got,
42.
Paul? How many?
Wow.
42.
42. Wow, plus some volunteers.
Yep.
That is amazing. Around
And that's not counting the pods, right?
That doesn't count the pods at all. So if
That's
we
right.
added all of our current students, we'd have about 30, and it's people that
Yeah.
haven't been able to raise their hands. We'd probably
So-
add about 30 more people, at least 30, 35.
Well, and for example, you got Scott and
Bruno?
they might be in the same pod. Are you with me? Have I gone away?
Exactly.
Yeah. So here we go.
yeah, 2
Okay.
here at this house.
You guys can
Thank
put
you.
your hands down. Thank you very much. We'll go around and check on some folks in their various pods later. But here's what we've all been waiting for. It's the lovely and talented president of the Boulder Valley chapter and doer of all things in the National Federation of the Blind, including treasurer of the Colorado Association of Guide Dog Users, because Quag Do cares. Here's the auctioneeress, Marianne Mayorelli.
Good evening. Welcome to the banquet. As Kevin and others have said, my dinner is still on my table because it'll be mixed in with all the goodness. But we are going to start off this evening's auction with package number 14. It is tasting and toasting, a $95 value, it says. I think this is highly undervalued. I'm just telling you. A bottle of California Red, a California White. We got focaccia and salted mixed nuts and cheese and olives and you name it. We got chocolate caramels. We've got so much in this basket. It's incredible. And the only restriction on this is that it does have to be shipped to somewhere in the states that are eligible to have wine delivered. Colorado is one of those states. Just FYI, there are some who are not, but we can all buy wine here in Colorado. So it's a $95 value. Let's get it started at $50.
50 Melton.
50 Melton,
60 Labar.
60 Labar. You guys can open your mutes.
You can
or raise your
unmute,
hands.
or do we want to do raise hands? It's up to you guys.
We're going to unmute because it's a $95 value and we're already at 60.
70 Melton.
If the host will make it possible.
80.
For people to, hang on, Scott. We're not taking your bid yet.
Oh,
I don't want to cut people out because, people want to bid a lot of money. So they're going to make it possible for anybody to raise their hand or to open their mutes. We're at 80 with Labar. If anybody wants to bid, raise their hand.
90.
I got a 90 from, I think that's Gary.
I just allowed
That is-
everybody to unmute themselves if they need to.
Okay, if you
100
need
there.
100 Cody Bear. 100
This is Diane George. I'll give you 125.
Going to give us
Woo!
125.
Right.
Thank you, Diane McGeorge.
So get in the game here.
Anyone else want to bid on this thing?
125. I hear 125. Do I hear
130,
130?
Melton.
Come on, Mo.
I said 130.
She's
I
at
got it.
130. Monique,
Oh,
Yes.
Diane.
how about 140, Mo?
You stole one from me before, Diane.
Come on, ladies. Play fair and fun. 140 going once. Going twice.
There you go.
Don't let her steal it. Come on, Mo.
That for 130.
150.
150. Mo has it at 150.
150 says Mo.
Let's go.
Going
Mo?
once.
You quit bragging just because you got a job. So, I don't.
Oh, she went there.
All right.
150 going twice.
Go, Diane.
Sold to Mo.
All right. 150. Mo gets it. Yes.
Monique. Yes.
Monique and Unique, thank you. All right, 150. We know where you live. While we're on it, I'm going to do another door prize. We've got about 11. Now we're down to 10. Let's do another door prize. Kevin, can you get the Halloween video? Can we switch gear and you get the Halloween video? Tell me if you can't do that, but if you can, let's.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, cool. All
25
right, go ahead
from
another auction piece.
another auction prize.
Absolutely. I have another.
Let's do it.
Just a second. Just moving my screens here.
That's all right. I'm eating some of my banquet right here.
I have a lovely package number 17, the Shades of Fall gift basket donated by the Mile High. And it is $105 value. It's a beautiful fall basket decorated with fall leaves and such, and it has all kinds of chips, jalapeno chips, salsa, stuffed olives, what is this? Cream-filled wafer cookies, rolled cookies, really decadent stuff, and snack mixes and popcorn, you name it. It's all in this basket, and it's $105 value. Let's start it at 50.
50
Renee,
bucks.
50.
Yeah, Renee, 50.
John Spears, 65.
Van Dorn,
65.
75.
We got a 75.
Sean Spears,
75.
80.
5.
Who was that?
John Spears, 80.
Somebody said 85 after you, Sean. 85 was who? Say your name.
Bonderson.
Bonderson.
Bonderson says 85.
Thank you, LKB.
90, Sean Spears.
On Spears.
95.
Van Dorn for 95.
Come on, Sean.
100, Renee.
Renee.
$100 Renee.
105 Van
105
Dorn.
Bonderson.
110
Bonderson.
Van Dorn.
What? Van Dorn.
110 Van Dorn.
Lisa, are
Gotta
you
love
one-
this affiliate.
Lisa, are you at 115 yet?
Sure, Lisa at 115.
120 Van Dorn.
20 Van Dorn. Someone's making a lot of noise with your phone and your microphone. So
Yeah.
if you think you're doing that, then don't do it anymore. Otherwise, you'll be going outside in the back with Curtis Chong. Where are we, auctioneers?
We're at 120 Van Dorn.
Van Dorn, 120. We're going to sell it.
Going once.
125, Renee.
125
130
for
Van
Nary,
Dorn.
and so
130 Bonderson.
30 Bonderson.
Oh,
140
okay.
grand.
140. What was the last bid? 140?
140 was Rand.
145 Van Dorn.
He's a rich guy. He works for the government. Come on, you guys.
Oh, please, I'm not that rich. If Trump had his way.
145 going once.
Let's sell it, Marianne.
Going twice. Sold to Van Dorn.
Yeah.
Yay, Gary.
Now, you can mute folks now if you want to, except for Renee, the president of our Mountains and Plains chapter, the host chapter. They've been doing a lot more than folks know. Renee, I wanted to know if you, as the president of the at-large chapter, wanted to say a word or three about your chapter and the work you guys have been. I mean, without Mountains and Plains, we're getting all over the state now, guys. Our depth and breadth of this affiliate continues to grow during this pandemic. We're helping people, and one of the people who's really doing that in so many ways is Renee Anderson, president of Mountains and Plains. Renee.
Hey there, how are you?
We're all great.
What all do you want to know? How great we are?
You have a word to do. You're the host chapter. Say a word. Give us a word of love and
I'll
thanksgiving.
tell you what. This has been a fun convention to help plan. My chapter has been wonderful in all the different things that we're doing. And one thing that we're going to be before the holidays, we have this awesome fundraiser that's coming up, my friends. We have put together a cookbook called Cooking with Corona. And it's all about what we've cooked over the pandemic. So watch for that. But it has been a wonderful time to be a part of the planning and a part of just being a part of all of it. And we all are having great time. And if you notice, many Mountains and Plains people have $1 prizes. So that's kind of cool.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Renee. Thanks to the chapter. Keep growing it. I have the pleasure of sitting in on some of the chapter meetings around the state, particularly Mountain Plain. You guys continue to grow. Thank you very much. We have a little bit of a treat here. We're celebrating Halloween, those who celebrate it. And I am not dressed in Halloween garb, except that I'm looking more and more, I'm told, more and more like Santa Claus all the time. Those who can see will probably see that my beard and hair I'm about as shaggy as I've ever been in my life since I was like a 20-year-old college dropout, smoking herb and hanging out. And I kind of liked it back then. Maybe I'll return to those days. Anyway, so let's do a special thing. Several years ago, as you know, our great friend Maureen Neatfeld had her own YouTube channel for many years and probably will get back to it at some point. We give her so much to work to do, National Federation of the Blind, she doesn't have to do it. But at one point a few years ago, when she was doing her Breaking Blind videos, I have a really good friend who owns a haunted house, and she said she'd like to go in and work in the haunted house. So Maureen went to the haunted house, and here I think we're going to have her story in the haunted house. Kevin, roll tape if you can.
By the Colorado Center for the Blind, Push Beverages, and the United States Association of Blind Athletes.
Hey everybody, so today we are in Colorado Springs and we're at Hellscream, which is a haunted house in Sea Springs. And I just got a full tour of the entire haunted house, and now I'm about to get some makeup done and I am going to scare some people. So it's going to be a fun time.
So this building was built in 1962 and it's been everything medical related. We've had it was a medical research facility, a medical college. It was a nursing home at one time. We've had, there were doctors and chiropractors and dentists and all that. So with all the medical history, and we don't know what actually happened in here,
it's creepy.
It's been certified a haunted building as well. Yep, she's a mannequin, and I'll let her go a little bit, and so feel her head up here.
The arm moved and it scared me.
So this is air powered, and she comes forward,
God,
she drops like that.
Yeah.
And then just jumps right in people's faces. So they're sitting in this little cubicle, and it's going to be kind of loud. This wind, it looks like a picture, and then all of a sudden, boom, and they pop out of the window. With your right hand, here's Marilyn right here. There we go, right there. This is our Marilyn Monroe creepy lady that sits at the table. And the cool thing with the tables, we use projection, like 3D imagery and projection and all that kind of stuff. And so this table, that's all like gross food, if you can feel that. The table has a projection of cockroaches crawling all over the table. So just like it's rotting food, it's just really disgusting. Yeah.
Does it look really real?
Very realistic. Okay, so then we'll come through here. This is our dining or our kitchen with more creepy, gross food.
Why does it smell so different?
Okay, I'm glad you picked up on that. We have things called smell machines. And it's that little black box right there she's pointing at. They have cartridges and little fans in them, and we have like rotting flesh, blood, sewage, and then I'll have you come around here and you'll be able to feel. This is a zombie guy just straight in front of you, and you touch the girl. He's holding a torso of a girl, and I know this is disgusting, but he He actually lifts her up and screams and yells, and water sprays out of his mouth. So when people go by, they get sprayed with water.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is a really gross zombie guy eating her brains, basically. So we have an actor or actress that actually sits in the trash can.
Yeah.
They walk by because this hallway is like an alleyway. It's supposed to look like an outside alley. She pops up, man. I mean, people hit the wall, they fall down. It's one of the most simple scares. This is our third season. We have had this building for, third season, 2.5 years. If that makes any sense. We moved in April of 2013. And
so you keep this set
all
okay.
year. We just keep adding to it, keep adding detail. He is a massive animatronic creature. And if you move your hand down, you're actually about to feel his teeth. Now that's his nose, and then you can feel his teeth, and then here his jaw right here moves.
What is
It looks kind of like a minotaur.
Oh, okay.
If you
I remember what they look like.
So this is like a squishy floor.
Oh, this is weird.
So if you feel like you're in like swampy, squishy, mulchy ground. So right now this whole theme is a swamp.
Oh, this is the scariest part for sure.
This place is terrifying.
Oh God.
It is terrifying. And you can kind of feel, I won't get you tangled up if you want to kind of reach up with your right hand, right? You'll feel some webs right there. That is, it's a hot glue gun. All that is hot glue. And we hook an air hose to that machine and it blows out the spider webs, and they look incredibly realistic.
How do you figure out how to do that? Like, is there some sort of
There's a company that makes that.
Oh, okay.
Watch out for the dirty needles. And people are just freaking out.
Yeah.
You know? That's a pillow of pie.
Yeah.
And then this is really cool because we have an actress that lays on this, and they'll have you go to your left and kind of feel all the way down. And there's an open area that is a hole. So her legs go down there, and so it looks like the doctor cut her legs off.
Yeah.
Now, this is where you're going to be, right here.
Okay.
If you feel straight ahead, that's made to look like blood and guts and meat, and it cascades down into a bucket all the way down. So you'll stand in this. We have a platform behind it, and it's made to look like you've been stuffed in a giant meat grinder, and you're hanging out there, and it's like starting to chew you up and spit you out with all this meat and blood and stuff.
Oh.
Does that sound fun?
Yeah. I just scream or something.
You'll scream, yep.
While Maureen is in makeup, she prepares for her upcoming debut.
Maureen and Jessica, we have a gown, pajama gown.
Okay.
It's bloodied up, but it is clean, I promise. So.
And you had asked earlier about cues, how we know someone is coming into a room. So when we went through the pig butcher room, you'll hear Alan, who's the pig butcher, he's going to give a really long, loud squeal right before they come into our room. So that'll be your cue that somebody's coming.
So when I hear that squeal, I start screaming?
That just means they're getting close. So what we can do, because I'll be able to see when they're actually coming in, so I'll make kind of a double knock on the desk that I'm sitting at.
Okay.
So
you'll double knock, I'll scream, and then you jump down and scare.
Maureen's final makeup looks like someone has filleted her face from her nose all the way to her chin, taking away most of the skin, leaving a big bloody patch. Maureen is in the meat grinder. Don't forget to subscribe to Breaking Blind on YouTube. Visit our website, WeFitWellness.com. Like us on Facebook, WeFitWellness, and follow us on Twitter at WeFitWellness.
We Fit Wellness. Breaking Blind.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Well, I didn't realize, I hope you guys are enjoying your meal after all of that. So that was some fun stuff that we did, and I thought that might be apropos for the Halloween venture, not remembering how much of that was about food-related stuff. I would say I'm sorry, but it's Halloween and I'm not. Okay, let's do a door prize, and then I want to see where people are around the state and nation watching the banquet. So what we'll do is have some folks raise their hands, or we can check in and see. Maybe we'll see if there's some folks that are out of Colorado that want to say hello. How about a door prize, Monique and Eke?
All right, $25 to Chris Parsons.
Chris, this is terrible. I'm chomping on ice. Chris?
She's here, and I hear cartoons.
All right, Chris, winner, winner, winner.
There we go. Sorry, Ray's hand must have moved or something. There we go.
It happens. It happens.
It
You're a winner.
does.
You
Yay.
are a winner. Thank you, Chris.
Jackson, I won a door prize.
Jackson, you won a door prize.
Yay, he says.
All right. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We have somebody unmuted with the, there we go. Okay. Let's see if we have some folks who are in pods around the country, not Colorado.
We have Maurer.
Oh, Mark Maurer has his raised hand. Hey, I got Mark Maurer. Let's see if we can.
There he goes.
Hey, Mark.
Dr.
Yay.
Maurer,
Can I be heard?
you can. We hear
Yes.
you. All right, good.
Where are you, Dr. Maurer? You happen to be in Baltimore or Hawaii?
I'm in Baltimore. I'm in my own living room.
Yeah.
And I checked in with the convention yesterday, and it was a fun time to be in the convention, but I haven't tuned in today. I've had other things going. But tonight, here we are at the banquet, and here is Patricia.
Patricia.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be with you guys.
Well, it's great to hear your voice. Let me ask you what everybody's asking you. How's retirement so far?
Patricia?
Oh, I was supposed to answer that question.
Well, one of you.
Going great. No complaints here. No complaints.
Okay. All right.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Being retired is very different, and it takes getting used to, and you got to learn how to do it, and you got to work at it. So if anybody has, I've been thinking about setting up a company since, I'm retired now, to teach people how to retire.
Yeah.
And, since I don't know, we can all find out together.
Sure. It doesn't, you don't have to know what you're talking about to be a highly paid consultant, Dr. Maurer. Let me show you how to do that someday.
That's a great line, Kevin.
Yeah. We love you, man. We love you. And Pat, we love you. You guys are the best. And hopefully you'll get out here to see us when we're all able to move around.
We'd love to be there.
Come.
Now that we're retired, we could move somewhere. Colorado always comes to mind.
I know it does. Thank you, sir.
Love you
Good to have you. Good to have. Oh, that's so wonderful. That makes me very happy. It's always good to hear from Dr. and Mrs. Maurer. Let's see who else we might have around the country before we hear maybe a couple of Stray Dog songs. We might get to John Beret to speak in a little while.
Brian Martin.
Brian, from where?
Let's see if we can get him.
I don't know. Do we have anyone else from around the name? I'm sure we do. Hi there. We almost heard him.
He's a CCB alumni.
Yep.
Oh, from where?
Yeah.
Hi, Brian.
How are you guys?
Where are you, Brian?
Good.
I'm in Connecticut.
All right. Well, welcome to the convention, brother.
Well,
Glad
thank you. I've had a great day. Connecticut, we just wrapped up day one of our convention today. I was nominated to the state board as treasurer, and I am the board member / treasurer for the Connecticut students.
You nailed it, Brian. You nailed it.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
You nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. Thank you. All right. Anyone else real quick? We've got a few people to introduce. We're going to hear some Stray Dogs.
About 5 or 6 hands up.
Let's see. Unmute. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 real quick so folks can say hello. You don't get to make a speech. That's for Scott Labar. All right. Who do we got?
Dorothy.
Hi there.
David Dunphy from New York.
Hi, Dumpy. You've been with us much of the weekend. Welcome. Who else do we have?
Thanks. Dorothy Griffin.
Dorothy from Georgia, the president.
Great.
Hey.
Go, Dorothy. Say it.
President of the National Federation of the Blind of Georgia.
Yeah,
All right.
I've had a great time.
Thank you, Dorothy. You're the best. Thank you very much. Tell that husband if we love him too, by the way. He's a great guy.
He said tell you can say anything you want to say. I told him you were saying too much there for a minute. Say hi to Kevin.
Oh, thank you. Who else do we have?
James Bybee.
James Bybee from Utah. How's it going, Big Jim?
It's going really well. Proud CCB graduate and
been tuning in all week to the convention, so you guys have done a fabulous job.
Thanks, James. We appreciate you, brother. Good luck. Keep things happening in Utah. Anyone else around the country?
Hi, it's Marcy Carpenter from Seattle.
Another state
Hey,
president.
Marcy.
Hey, Diane.
All
Hey.
right. It's
And
old
I'm a CCB board alumni.
There you go. Right on. And president of the Washington affiliate, and your convention is when?
Is next weekend, and our agenda with all the Zoom links and everything is now up on our website, nfbw.org.
Wonderful.
Come
Thank
join
you,
the fun.
Marcy. We love you. You know, we're always trying to talk you into coming home, but you don't want
I know.
to. That's okay. That's all right. It's okay. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. It's hard without you, but we'll carry on. Okay. Anyone else real quick?
Think I see Sheriff of Massachusetts is here.
Hey! Yes, hi, everybody.
Hi. Welcome. We're glad you're
Thank
here.
you. I'm the first vice president from Massachusetts and love Colorado.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. We love you too. All right. I think she's originally, isn't she originally from Tennessee? I think originally.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Okay. All right. All right. So we've had a lot of requests to have a little dinner music so that I would shut up, because usually that's not really why we want to hear Stray Dog, just to get me to shut up, but that's certainly part of the reason. But usually we'll take a little time away from the microphone and let folks eat their steak, because we was Colorado last year, as Scott announced, we had steak for dinner and probably salmon or something else too. We don't have rubber chicken in Colorado. Come on now. What do you think this is, Maryland? Anyway, so Kev, maybe we'll mute everybody, and as folks can maybe grab a sandwich or eat their Uber Eats or whatever they're going to do. And if you can cue it up, we'll listen to a little Stray Dog. Remember that we heard them during the opening ceremonies do an amazing rendition of a Civil Wars record, and it was just amazing. So Kev, you got some Stray Dog for us?
It shared the wrong one. Hang on. All right. And there we go.
Like this one where I'm holding up my cell phone.
Hello. Well, Kev, you got to mute everybody.
That's in the video.
Are we ready?
It's rolling.
Okay. The ocean. We've done 4 already, but now we're steady, and they went 1, 2, 3, 4. Singing in the sunshine, laughing in the rain, hitting on the moonshine, rock La 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 la. La 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 la. Sitting around singing songs till the night turns into day. Used to sing of the mountains, but the mountains washed away. Now I'm singing all my songs to the girl who won my heart. She is only 3 years old. It's a real fine way to start.
TV's been on the whole time. Wow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Straight up. Or as Scott Labar and I used to yell in the old days, dog. That's interesting because the audio quality is not quite as good as we got on the opening ceremonies, y'all. So I don't know what that's all about. But I did not know that old Harry could do Jimmy Page like that. That's unbelievable. What a great. That's unbelievable. By the way, just got a note from our friends at Banquet Pharmaceuticals, one of our platinum sponsors. She just had to drop off, but she said she thoroughly enjoyed Maureen in the Haunted House. I guess she wasn't eating dinner. Okay, I wonder if, thank you very much, Kevin Kovacs. Thank you, Eric Woods. I tell you, Eric, that band continues to be, you guys are good. You guys are really, really good. So Scott, if you could just unmute at some point and say dog, that would make me very happy. Rarely do I want you to unmute, but I'm happy if you would do it to say dog. I wonder if Senator Pete Lee happens to be in the house. You know, when you're all in there together, he'll come up and pat you on the shoulder and say, hey, Kev, I'm here. But I don't have the ability right now to take a look at all the screens. Pete, are you in the house?
I am here, Kevin. Nice to be with you.
He is there. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to give you a full-blown introduction. I know it makes you all, embarrassed and all, but I'll tell you what, Senator Pete Lee, who's also the senator in the district where the Colorado School for the Deaf and Blind resides, and my particular state senator, and before that he was and everybody else who lived in my district, our state representative for 4 terms, and is truly, he and his wife are amazing people, community activists. There's no one probably in the last 2 decades who has done more for criminal justice reform in a significant way than Senator Lee has, and so many other things. He'll call me sometimes, he'll be jogging and he'll call me and I'm like, Pete, slow down. I can't, I know you're excited here, but he's also, and he's, at one point we gave him our Distinguished Service Award. We don't give those out very often. But Pete, for anything you'd like to say to your friends in the National Federation of the Blind of Colorado, the floor is yours, my friend.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Thanks very much. I'm really enjoying your banquet. I also want to thank Scott Labar, NFB Colorado president, and my friend of many years, Dan Burke, as well as the other leaders of NFB Colorado, and a special welcome to Colorado to National Representative John Perret from the Officer of Mark Riccobono. So Kevin and conference participants, it is an honor and a privilege to be invited to welcome and support NFB Colorado at your annual convention. I have been a friend of NFB Colorado for many years, and I enthusiastically support your mission to work towards equality, opportunity, and security for the blind. Kevin knows my story. We've been acquainted for many years, and my story may have been part of what formed our friendship. I'll briefly describe it to you. It's one of these odd coincidences that come together. But back many years ago, in the summer of 1967, I was a counselor to blind kids and adults at Camp Harkness in New London, Connecticut, part of the Connecticut Institute of the Blind. I spent 2 months with blind kids and adults teaching swimming and boating and water sports, but more importantly, learning about the capabilities and competencies of blind people. I, in a peculiar twist of fate, wore a mask back then over my eyes, not over my breathing passages. And I navigated the estate, bumping into things and trying to figure out my way around. My assistant counselor taught me how to walk on stilts, as he did all around the camp, and find the shore by using the sun. So I learned a lot about the challenges and capabilities of blind people from actually living with them and working with them for months on end. So I really commend you and the National Federation for the work that you do and allowing me to work with you to raise expectations and dismiss obstacles in the true tradition of NFB. It has been a privilege to know you, to work with you, and to see you when you come to the Capitol every year. It's surely a joy for me. So have an absolutely terrific convention. Thanks for inviting me to welcome you all to Colorado.
You're welcome, my friend. Woohoo! Love you, man. You are truly one of our best, and we appreciate you. Whether you're in the General Assembly, whether you were in a position to introduce bills for us, we appreciate that, of course. But overall, you've just been a friend and a true advisor to me. If I have trouble navigating state government, if Scott Labar assigns me to do something with the lieutenant governor's office, and I run into trouble, I say, you know what, he'll know, Senator Pete Lee. And every once in a while, he returns my calls.
Well, one last thing I'd like to say to you, Kevin, and to all of your attendees, 3 words: vote, vote, vote. We have a terrifically important election. Most states allow early voting. You have 72 hours to get it done, and I would encourage everyone to get out and vote. We have made it easier in Colorado for visually impaired people to vote. We got a bill passed in order to do that, and it was through the good work of Kevin and NFB that we were able to do it. So take advantage of the opportunities.
We sure will. Yay! Curtis Chong.
So,
Scott, I thought I heard you laugh. Did you want a word?
Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Senator Lee, for all of your support. You have been a great advocate. We've got a lot of things that we want to get done next year, so get ready, my friend.
Come on by anytime, Scott.
You know, the great thing, not to belabor it too much, but when you have friends, you like to talk about them and you love them and you appreciate them. Every time we go to the state capitol, Senator Lee tries to, get a bunch of us on the floor to get greetings from the members of the General Assembly. Or as he did last year, he just pulled a few of us into his office. We didn't come with a mission. He just pulled a half a dozen of us in his office and said, so what's going on? We did a little round table for 30 minutes. He just opened his office and said, what's going on with the blind? What do you need? What's going on? How's it going? How's the Colorado School for the Deaf and Blind? Because that's in his district. I gave him a belly full. No, he was, I just told him everything was groovy, and thank you very much. And thank you, Senator. That's, in fact, speaking of this.
So Kevin's frozen. It looks like the video and everything. Yeah, so
Why don't we have another song from Stray Dog?
all right, here
then?
comes Stray Dog while Kevin jumps back in.
Now that we're through, feeling better 'cause I'm older you. I've learned my lesson, you left a scar. Now I see how you really are. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I broke a heart that's precious and true. I broke a heart over someone like you. I'll beg his forgiveness on bended knee. I wouldn't blame him if he said to me, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm telling you, baby, I'm going my way. Forget about me, baby, I'm leaving this day. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. Oh no, no, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good.
All right.
Woo, woo, woo. Give it up for Stray Dog. And do we have Worley back in? If not, maybe we could have Dula come up. I know she wants to do a little plug for the new deaf blind division.
I do not see Kevin yet.
All
No.
right.
All right. Here, I sent a request to you, Dula, to unmute.
All right. So while we're pulling Dula up, Kevin, do we want to queue up another Stray Dog for when we'll have it in just a bit here?
If you'd like, we can do another auction item
We could do an auction while we wait for Dula. I think that would be great.
because I know you love 6.dash and I have a 6.dash auction item.
All right, let's do it.
Auction item number 1 is all of the Aurora chapter's infamous hats. So we got a National Federation of the Blind, Live the Life You Want, 6.dash, and CCB hats, all 4 of them. It
All
is
four together?
All 4. And we called this Crowning Glory because it's all about NFB crowning your glory. It's a $60 value. Let us start it at $30. And I think we can do really well with this.
Vicky, $30.
Labar, $50.
Vicky, 60.
Labar, 70.
Worley's
Vicky, 80.
Oh, Vicky, 80.
I heard Worley 80.
Labar, 90.
Vicky, 100.
You guys unmute if you want to get into this.
Let's see what it means to you, Vicky. 110, Labar.
Labar.
Yes.
105. 115.
There you go.
Uno, get away from there.
Hats off to you, Vicky. 120.
Woohoo! 120 going once.
Oh, yeah.
Going
Just you gotta cover that
twice.
bald spot, Lamar.
Sold it to Labar for 120.
Ah.
All right. All right.
Hey,
Scott,
Vicky,
I'm
would you
back.
like to buy a hat?
Hey, Worley.
Do you want to
Yes,
run a
Jessica.
tab, Scott? I might as well just put it out.
Put it
Okay.
on my tab, barkeep.
Put it on his tab. Thank you,
Okay.
Mary Ann. Now, Jessica Beecham, my co-chair here. What's
Yes.
up?
So we promised Dula just a second.
Yes,
to
we did.
plug her chapter. I didn't
Where
know
is
if
she?
she heard us or not.
Now let's do it. Where is she? Dula. Let's talk a little about the new deaf blind division.
Here she is.
Hello,
Can you hear
Mrs. Betron. Dula, you with us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
All right. So we have a deafblind division. Our official name is the Colorado Association of the Blind, Hard of Hearing, and Deafblind. And we've been around for about a year now. We got started officially back in Fort Collins last year. We have a Facebook group that if you'd like to join us there, it is Deaf-Blind of Colorado. We also have an email list. If you send me your email address, not mine. If you send me your email address, we can get you added to that list. And my email address is actually up on the Colorado website at nfbco.org. It is D as in Delta, OULA, J as in Juliet, AR, B as in boy, OE, @gmail.com. And we've got closed captioning at this convention, so I hope people have been using that. I know Scott did a lot to get that put in place, and then back on Monday, we figured out that we needed the external part, the extra link for people with braille displays. So thanks to Claudette for helping us figure that out. And I think that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Dula. We appreciate everything you've done. You've done a lot of heavy lifting for a long time in the organization. You've been around the National Federation of the Blind since you were 7 or 8, I think, at least. So thank you. We love you. We appreciate everything you do to get the deafblind folks more engaged and make sure they get the information that they need to get and have complete and equal and full access to life, and so they can live the lives they want. Thank you very much. Now, Jessica, I don't know if I missed. When I got bounced out of here, down here in the bunker here in Colorado Springs, I was looking to see if our superintendent of CSDB was here, and I don't know if we found her. If we did, we will introduce her and let her say a few words about what's happening with the Bulldogs. But I don't know that we did that.
Kevin,
He did
Yes.
not hear this.
I am
Hello.
here.
She is here. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Everyone else can mute up, and this will be her second year managing our school for the blind, because that's what it is. It's they are our spiritual children, and she's had a heavy lift. And of course, Brent Batron, who is one of our leaders, is on the CSDB board of directors. And for any words she wishes to share, just a lovely, wonderful professional woman I've had the pleasure of knowing just a little bit. Love working with her. Here is Dr. Nancy Benham.
Thank you so much. And it is great to join you. I have to say, I love this kind of banquet where every table gets a different type of meal. We had Korean at my table tonight. So I think this is something we need to continue, but I think we really need to get back in person.
Yeah.
Man, what a year it has been. Last year when I joined y'all, it was a new experience for me all around, being the superintendent of CSDB, as well as joining NFB Colorado. I had a great time last year. Starting, of course, like with all of you in March, things kind of went crazy. We had to quickly move into what we thought would be a short time of a stay at home to really sanitize our buildings and make plans to get the kids back. And then we weren't able to get back to in-person learning until this August. It was really hard not being able to see the kids every day, and really not being able to see our staff. Our staff have done a phenomenal job. As we are doing in-person learning, we are doing remote learning. So we also have hybrid. So we have some kids on campus and some of their classmates are at home, and teachers are having to teach both sets at the same time. And so our teachers and our staff have done a phenomenal job. Things are going really well. Throughout the spring, we actually had a very high engagement with our students online, especially compared to our public school counterparts, where they were struggling. Our kids joined in, our teachers did a great job. Things are going well. We have had all of our students that wanted to come back to in-person learning. We did give families a choice this year, because we know some people are not as comfortable getting their kids out and mixing with the virus that is going around. So parents had a choice. So we have really a good turnout that's coming back that are actually in person, and they're doing great. We are really running kind of a strict ship. We miss our mentors from CCB that have been coming, and from NFB Colorado that come and support our students and work with our students. We miss having them on campus right now, but we're really trying to just be very diligent in keeping our kids and our staff safe. Not one of our students, knock on wood, so far have tested positive for the virus, so that's been good. We have quarantined a couple of times, a couple of groups, but it's always come back negative as far as our students go. We did have a couple of staff that did end up testing positive, but right now things are going okay. So we're continuing to progress and give the best education that we can to all of our students, knowing that they need that education. They need to be able to interact with their friends while we do that, socially distancing and wearing masks. We just recently, well, yesterday actually, had our young students, preschool, well, kindergarten through second grade, actually did a Halloween parade around campus and did some little trick-or-treating, and it was great to see them out and about. So we love seeing the kids, and we appreciate all of the support that we get from NFB Colorado for our school and our students. We could not do this without all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. We appreciate the work you do. We appreciate that it was a learning curve coming to a new place, and your background is principally in deaf education, and the learning curve on blindness related education and all of those things, you took that on and really embraced that, and have done some amazing things and worked with Brent Bertrand and other professionals and your staff and your students, and Marty Ron, who's one of our members, and a number of folks. So thank you very much. It was great to see that Michael Merrifield, who is Pete Lee's predecessor and another great friend of mine, was appointed by the governor to be on the board of regents of the CSDB, along with the director of the Anchor Center, another great friend of ours. So thank you. I know they'll provide you some amazing leadership and support, Doctor. So thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Let's see, do we want to do a door prize and an auction item and a song and the national representative, whoever that is? What do you think? Door prize?
All right, let's go.
Let's roll, Monique.
We have a wellness set. It's topical patches that help you reset, refocus, and rewind. And we're gonna give that to Linda.
Monique, before you
Yes.
pull that,
Yep.
that set of, you have the sleep set, the refocus and rewind is for the auction.
Okay, well, I have the sleep set.
You do.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So we'll give that to Linda Chinks.
Linda, are you here? Are you there? Are you everywhere and anywhere? You can raise your hand. You can unmute. You can jump up and down. I was on the blind parents call the other night. Tuesday night, I think, was their annual meeting. And before we all ended up leaving, I put out this amazing Halloween scream beller. I did not know that I was still unmuted, and I'm
No,
sure
Linda.
they all freaked out, you know. So Linda, are you with us?
No, Linda.
No,
All
Linda.
right, no, Linda. Let's do another one.
Kevin?
Nobody cares what I was screaming. Yes, talk to me.
I was just gonna say that, Marianne, that's good you clarified that, because the person would have put the patch on thinking that they were gonna refocus and they would fall asleep.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Let's do pick another one.
Chris Nance.
Say it again, Monique.
Chris Nance.
Chris Nance. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Yay,
Hi.
Chris. She's here.
Hi, Paul.
Hi,
I
Chris.
won something.
Winner, winner, winner. Now let's see. Let's do a couple of things. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Monique and Nick.
Yep.
Kev, I've been playing. How about we do the intro and a song from Precious Perez. People asked if we could get Precious, and she was going to be here in person. She got another gig, I think is what happened. But she sent us a nice little introduction and a song, and we're going to go ahead and hear that because it's such a hopeful and beautiful thing, and it fits our convention. Also gives us an opportunity to hear some Spanish. So that's going to be nice. So Kevin, if you can roll that, I might have put a little twist on you there, and if I did, you can roll with it. So here we are. Give attention. We're going to hear from Precious Perez from Berkeley School of Music, a National Federation of the Blind Scholarship winner. Actually, I think she's won twice. So here we go. Maybe. I think we will.
Hi everyone, my name is Precious Perez and I'm super excited to be sharing some of my music with you here at the National Federation of the Blind of Colorado Banquet. This song is a song off of my Agua de Valencia EP, and it's one that hasn't had a ton of traction, but it's still very special to me, and it's called Valiente. Valiente means brave, and the song essentially talks about taking the road less traveled by and not deeming material things as important as things like love and joy and, wanting to make a difference and change the world. And the chorus says throughout the song, I am brave. Fear doesn't scare me because whenever there are doubts, I prove them wrong. I'm different and intelligent, and with my strong will, I will never give up. And at the end, the chorus unites everybody and says, we are brave, we are different and intelligent, we will never give up. And I think it's super important in trying times that we live in to have this kind of message and to unite everybody, because even as blind people, we have to fight battles every day for accessibility and for different things, but we're not alone in fighting those battles because we fight them together. And at the end of the day, everybody is fighting their own battles, and we are all brave for being our unique selves and living out our purpose and who we're meant to be. So I just really thought it was something really special and really important to share during these times, and I hope you all enjoy. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
suena, porque cuando hay duda siempre pruebo mal. Soy diferente, inteligente, con mi fuerte voluntad nunca me rendiré. Quiero cambiar el mundo con mi voz, voy a cantar canciones que hablan de pensamientos, palabras que hablan de incluyendo a todos. Yo soy valiente y el miedo no me suena, porque cuando hay dudas siempre pruebo mal. Soy diferente, inteligente, con mi fuerte voluntad nunca me rendiré. Necesita valor para ser tú mismo, pero yo sé que tú lo tienes. Tenemos un propósito, vida al cielo. Canciones que hablan de pensamientos, palabras que hablan de incluyendo a somos valientes y el miedo no nos suena, porque cuando hay duda siempre nos vamos mal. Somos diferentes, inteligentes, con nuestra fuerte voluntad nunca nos rendiré.
All right. Yeah. Nah, that's what I'm talking about. I love that woman. She is amazing. She really is. And I'm sorry about the quality being what it is tonight. We don't have the quality I think that we had. And I don't know the reason for that. Our technical gurus will let us know. But I think unless Scott and Jessica, our president and vice president, have something else that they want to tell me offline here or online, I think we're going to go ahead and introduce the banquet speaker, because I've been waiting to hear him.
I think you should.
What's that, Scott?
I said, I think you should. I wonder who it is.
I don't know. I'm looking. Let me see. I've got the new Braille Orbit, and I've got some notes here. I love the Braille Orbit. I love the Braille Orbit.
I hear it.
I love it. I'm reading.
Hey, Kevin,
Anyway.
this is Alfonso. Can I get a copy of that music if possible?
Yes, we will get it to you, my friend. We will get it to you.
Well, and with Precious's stuff, you can find it on Spotify, on Apple. Right. She has a website. Yeah. It's all over the place.
It is, Scott. And Spotify, she does really well. So I think what we will do, because again, some of the stuff we wanted to do, I think the quality is not quite there. And we want people to have highest quality, because that's what we do in the National Federation of the Blind. And so what I want to do, I have never heard this gentleman make a banquet address. I hope he's here, by the way. I didn't check. But
I'm here.
How do you know you're speaking? I have known this gentleman since he started working at the National Federation of the Blind, managing our NFB Newsline program and growing that program. And then as he moved into taking even more and more responsibility for our governmental affairs and a number of other of our strategic initiatives, policy and advocacy. My wife, Bridget, and I had the great pleasure of going on vacation with him before and picking his brain on policy and investments and being a vegan. You know, when we say live the life you want, we really mean it. Folks have other interests outside of the National Federation of the Blind, even those of us who have dedicated our lives to it. And John is one of those people. He has a vast interests, things that he does. One time I was in Baltimore and he said, "Oh, I want to show you my bar." I said, "You got a bar?" He said, "Well, not really, but I've been helping these people negotiate a liquor license because, you know, they don't have very much money. And so let's just walk through the bar. I'll see if anybody's in there." And he took me in Baltimore about 2 blocks from the center. He mixed us a drink behind the bar. And you just never know what a Federation guy will get into. Ladies and gentlemen, our banquet speaker, our national representative for 2020, please welcome a true friend and leader in this organization, Mr. John G. Perret.
Kevin, thank you so much. I appreciate that warm welcome. Scott, thank you so much for your leadership, and good evening to all of the National Federation of the Blind of Colorado. I'm thrilled to be here and to be speaking this evening. Babe Ruth said, "You can't beat the person who won't give up." You know, when I think of that, I think about the National Federation of the Blind, because you can't beat the National Federation of the Blind because we just won't give up. And I think it's because it's made up of members who feel that way. Now, I didn't always feel that way. I try to feel that way right now, but I didn't always feel that way. I want to tell you a little bit about my journey to where I got to right now. I was born in New York and went to school there, went to University of Florida, got a job selling high-tech computer equipment, and then fast forward a little bit to the mid-1990s, when I was in my mid-30s, living in Tysons Corner, Virginia, a suburb of the Washington, D.C. area. I'd been sighted up to that point, and I noticed that I was starting to have trouble with my eyesight. I went to doctor after doctor. I know that some of you have had the same story. And it took a long time for the doctor to diagnose my condition. Finally, they said I had something called cone rod retina degeneration, that it was degenerative and incurable. At the time, I was probably just about to have to stop driving. This was a pretty significant event for me because I did an awful lot of driving related to my job. I sold this equipment in the Washington, D.C. area and would drive to all of my appointments, and was very worried about how I would continue my job without being able to drive. I did end up having to give up my license. That was a significant loss of independence. The company did help me hire a driver, and I would go to appointments. But as my eyesight continued to go downhill and degrade, the problem really was my confidence and my thoughts about how I could do my job. I didn't really know how I would use the computer, how I would operate in a presentation, and I didn't know any blind people. That was my biggest problem, not knowing any blind people. And I really didn't think blind people could do much of anything. And as I became a blind person, I really started to believe that I couldn't do much of anything. And so when I started giving away a lot of the responsibilities of my job to other people, I had some really great sales accounts, but I didn't think I could do it. So I started giving these things away one after another. And pretty soon the company realized I wasn't doing much of anything. And they said, "John, you either can get fired or you can go out on disability." Well, I thought, I'm going out on disability. That's a good idea. I assume that's what people like me did, because I couldn't really do much of anything. So I went out on disability and got all set up with that. Both SSDI and the company provided disability, which actually was relatively generous. And I thought, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. I don't really see how I'm going to do much of anything. And I thought, well, if I can, I was still in Tyson's Corner, Virginia, and I thought, well, I can sit around, do not much of anything anywhere. So I might as well move closer to where my parents lived in Tampa, Florida. I had lived near them for most of my adult life. Of course, visited them, but hadn't lived in the same state. So I moved to Tampa, Florida, right near them. And there I was now in my late 30s and thought, okay, I'm ready to do nothing, and settled in to do that. To keep busy, I listened to NFB Newsline. I had a friend that had told me about it. Actually, it was my brother-in-law, and he told me about Newsline, and I started listening to Newsline all the time, and I really loved it. I was very interested in the news. I was one of those news junkies and loved business news, and started thinking after a while, boy, this service is just fantastic. And every time you log in, it says, this is a service of the National Federation of the Blind. So one day I started looking on the internet and found the National Federation of the Blind and read about them, and it seemed kind of interesting, and started reading about these chapters and these affiliates, and read about this local chapter in Tampa. And this was maybe a Wednesday, and I was shocked to see that they were having a meeting coming up that Saturday. And it was only a couple of miles from where I lived. So I got my dad to drive me to the meeting. I'll note that I was the only one who had their dad drive them to the meeting. But I got there and walked in, and wow, there were a whole bunch of blind people there. Only they weren't sitting at home doing a lot of nothing. They all had jobs and careers and families, and they were happy and active. And I suddenly realized I had really made a big mistake. And the first thing I thought is, I want to be more like you guys. So I started to throw myself into the National Federation of the Blind. Now, I did it with Newsline right there at the beginning because I liked Newsline. And, we have Newsline coordinators from around the country. Colorado, you heard about Newsline. You have an incredibly strong Newsline program in Colorado. It was quite a strong program in Florida at the time. And I quickly, over about 6 months to a year, worked myself up as the sort of the number 2 guy running Newsline in Florida. I ended up going on a trip up to the National Center, Jernigan Institute, and met Jim Gashel and Dr. Maurer, and really thought, oh my gosh, this is everything. Every time I learned anything new about the NFB, I realized that this was more where I wanted to be, with the people, the leadership, the philosophy, and this way of thinking. I then went to a Washington seminar and got to spend more time with Jim Gashel, to the point where he suggested I apply for a job at the NFB. So I did that. I couldn't imagine I'd actually ever have a real job again. But I went ahead and did that, and got invited up to the National Center, and went there and successfully interviewed, and lo and behold, was offered a job, of all things, to run NFB Newsline for the whole country. And as I got back to the NFB and had my first day on the job, I thought, well, I'm back. I'm really back. And I'm going to be productive. I'm going to have a life. And it was because of the philosophy of the National Federation of the Blind. And I want to thank everyone, including all of you, because if it wasn't for the NFB, this wouldn't have happened. Now, I have a few stories I'd like to tell you about what happened next. Pretty soon, the quiet car, probably the thing I've been working on, one of the things a lot, as Scott mentioned, is the quiet car issue, the Pedestrian Safety Enhancement Act. And shortly after I got there, the opportunity to do a protest, an informational rally or informational protest came up. The NFB has really exposed me to a lot of things that I'd never done before. So I had never been involved in informational protests. And it so happened that this one event was happening on the same day that Dr. Maurer and Jim Gashel and Betsy Zaborowski all had some other trip. I don't remember what it was, but they were all on some trip that they couldn't avoid. So they said, John, you're going to be in charge of this informational protest. You're doing the quiet car work. And so I would meet with them and kind of, got organized and scouted out the area where we're going to do this. And it was very exciting. And talked to Betsy Zaborowski, and she said, no, you need to have some street theater. And I thought, street theater? Now, I know I have signs and stuff, but what do you mean by street theater? And so we talked, and she said, well, it's quiet cars, maybe you could kind of make it look like somebody got run over. I thought, well, that's pretty dramatic. He said, yeah, why don't you kind of make it, no one's going to really get run over, but kind of pretend. And then he said, what's always dramatic, what you should do is you should have like a hearse that will come and pick up, the person, the dead person, so to speak. And I thought, oh my gosh. All right. She said, now we can build the casket. The NFB has a shop, just like you have there at CCB. We have a shop. And she said, we'll go down, we'll get our guys to make a nice little casket. And we picked a person. It was going to be Rosie Carranza. She was a little nervous, so we said we'd have a little open casket. She didn't want it completely closed. And then she said, now I want you to get a real hearse. I said, a real hearse? She said, yeah. And so I went back to my office, and I thought, well, all right. So I called up this funeral home, and I said, hi, I know I'm calling. I want to schedule a hearse. And the person said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about the deceased. And I said, no, it's they're not deceased yet. It's not scheduled till next Friday. And the person said, sir, I'm very uncomfortable with this conversation. What do you mean not scheduled till next Friday? I said, oh yeah, no, it's scheduled. We have an exact time all set up. And the person, I guess they thought I was with the mafia or something. So pretty soon I realized what was happening, and I explained it was really just a protest, and that it wasn't, she wasn't really going to be dead. And they said they had never picked up a live person before, but they were willing to make an exception. So the day of the event, it was an incredible success. We put out a press release. All 4 networks covered it, local networks. So we had ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. All 4. We had 4 camera crews there for Baltimore City. And we had the protest going, and we had this nice recording of a crash. We had a big PA system. It sounded incredibly realistic. And so you heard this screeching and this broken glass, and it was sort of happened behind where the crowd was looking. And then all of a sudden I was on the PA, and I said, oh my gosh, Rosie's been hit. And everyone turned around, and she was lying there in the street. And the camera crews went charging over. They actually really thought she'd been hit by a car. And they were filming it, and she was lying there motionless. And it wasn't until I finally said, oh, how convenient, here comes a hearse. And they realized they'd all been had. And so I will say that the event, while that little story's fun, the event got us a lot of publicity. And it really was our perseverance over time that finally we got a bill introduced. We got more and more co-sponsors. We kept meeting repeatedly with the car companies and with the Alliance of Automobile Manufacturers. And at first they were very skeptical, but over time, our advocacy, along with statistics that came out, not surprising to us, because we knew this was a problem, but statistics came out with the Department of Transportation that said that there was a higher rate of accidents with the quiet cars than their corresponding internal combustion engine vehicles, ones of the same size and weight. And so pretty soon car companies became convinced this really was a safety hazard. And they decided, instead of sort of being against us, to work with us and to work cooperatively. And they actually even started to believe that legislation was needed. They said we needed to make some changes to the bill, which we were willing to do. And so we negotiated a bill that we thought was appropriate, and they did. And we got it passed, and we got regulations done. And we even worked with them on the regulations to make sure they were strong. They said they had never worked with an advocacy group. They had always worked sort of really in opposition to an advocacy group, but we submitted comments that endorsed each other. Finally, the rule went into effect. It would have been in effect, 100% in effect this past September 1st, but COVID-19 hit. So we did agree because the car companies were literally shut down. For several months, not a single car was made in the United States, and even the parts that are used to build cars were not being made. So it just wasn't possible to meet the September 1st deadline, and we realized that. So it was extended by 6 months. So this February 28th, only about 4 months away, every hybrid electric car sold in the United States must be compatible or must be built in accordance with this law, which requires a minimum sound level when they're going at slower speeds. We actually have influences to be really on a worldwide level. We started working over in Geneva with the United Nations and the World Forum for Harmonization of Vehicle Regulations, and have substantially influenced so that the same thing happening here in the United States is happening worldwide. And that's all because of the National Federation of the Blind. It's something that we can all be so proud of. Another quick little story I'd like to tell that helps illustrate some of the things that I love the most about the National Federation of Blind is our advocacy over a bill called HR 620. HR 620 was a bill that was intended that would substantially reduce the protections that all people with disabilities, including blind people, currently have with the Americans with Disabilities Act. I know you all advocated. It was one of our Washington seminar issues one year. We had numerous alerts over this HR 620, and we're really working hard to stop it. This was in the 115th Congress. We're currently at the tail end of the 116th. So in the middle of the 115th Congress, we were going along, and the bill was in the House and it was gaining more momentum. We finally got to the point where I went to a meeting in the Capitol with Steny Hoyer, probably about 5 or 6 other key disability leaders from other organizations were there. I was there representing the NFB. There's about 5 or 6 members of Congress there. And we were really there to count the votes. Where were we on the votes? And we realized that we did not have enough votes to stop the bill, which was scheduled to come up for a vote first thing the following week. This was extremely disappointing. We didn't know what would happen in the Senate. So there wasn't much we could do. So we had advocated and advocated and advocated, but it was still being brought up. Talked to President Riccobono and said, we're not going to let them do this without us being there. So we arranged to have passes, and we had a large number of NFB folks plan to go down, and if they were going to vote, they were going to do it in front of us. Well, we looked at them, and with indignation. And as I got down there that day with a large contingent of NFB folks, I met a few other people who said they planned to chant, possibly in opposition. I realizing chanting inside the House of Representatives is frowned upon, to say the least, especially if you're in the gallery. I called President Riccobono standing outside and said there were some folks that were going to do some chanting, and that I thought maybe it'd be appropriate to be with the folks chanting. He said, what do you think will happen? I said, I don't really know. So he said, well, do whatever you think is appropriate. We don't like this bill. So we all got inside. I was a little nervous, and I was sitting there, and I saw the other group was sitting, and I knew they were sitting in a certain gallery, say 15. I knew the number of where they were sitting. So I I asked one of the Capitol Police if I could shift over to this other seating area, and they said, sure, they didn't seem to care. So I shifted over with them and I sat down. There was about 30 of us in that gallery. And the guy whispered to me and he said, you know, after the next amendment, we're going to start chanting. And I said, okay. So after they tried to vote on this amendment and it failed, we all started chanting, and it was chaos. They started pounding on the podium, quiet, quiet, and then that they removed those people, and they all of a sudden the police swarmed in, and they said, "You've made your point, leave or be arrested. You've got 3 seconds." And about half the people left and jumped up, left, stopped chanting. 17 of us did not. We sat there and kept chanting. And then they started arresting us. And then we were marched outside, and I did get arrested and went over to the local jail, and they put all of us in a conference room. It wasn't too bad, except for that we had to sit there for quite some time. And I got home later that night. It was a long day. I'd left about 7 a.m., probably got back about 9 p.m. I was charged with disrupting the United States Congress. But I would like to say that wasn't just me who disrupted the United States Congress. It was the National Federation of the Blind that disrupted the United States Congress. It was all of us. We were there because we were not going to let Congress pass a law that was going to weaken the ADA without doing something about it. A little bit of good trouble, as they say. Heard that said earlier today, John Lewis. So we did some good trouble. We disrupted the United States Congress. The charges was, for me at least, they were later dropped. Well, for all 17 of us, they were dropped. But we're not going to give up. You can't beat the person or the organization that won't give up, as Babe Ruth said. And that's what I think about the National Federation of the Blind. In case you're wondering what the rest of the story is, HR 620 did go to the Senate. Senator Duckworth started a letter of opposition. She got 41 other senators to sign it. So there was a total of 42, her plus 41, which mean that he couldn't get cloture. And so there was no way to move the bill, and the bill did die in the Senate. That was in the 116th. We've been able to keep it at bay through these 2 years. That was 115th. So in the 116th current Congress, we've been able to keep the issue at bay. I've had several meetings with members of Congress and with other organizations that would like to see some change, and we just continue to express our opposition. I've seen Steny Hoyer. He realizes that how strongly the National Federation of Blind feels about this issue, and I think has a good amount of respect for the work we do. The last item I'd like to mention is really Section 14C. I think that for me and for everyone at the National Federation of Blind, one of the things is low expectations. As you heard my story, my problem was low expectations for myself. And until I met the National Federation of Blind, which gave me high expectations and an understanding that with the proper tools, technology, training, but most importantly, the attitude and the high expectations for myself, and to be around other people who felt that way, that if I did that, I could succeed. But one of the things that really stops that is Section 14C, because it fundamentally says that people with disabilities are a second class. They're a separate class. They're second class. They're not equal, that they're treated differently. And it's right there in the law. Our law says people with disabilities are different. This is wrong. It's absolutely wrong, and it's got to go. And I know we have worked so hard to do this, and we're not going to give up. We will never give up. And I know that working together, all of us, the National Federation of Blind, we can change this so it doesn't say in law in the United States law that we're different. Several things have happened recently that I think we really need to capitalize on. First of all, I'd like to say that, it's interesting, June 25th, 1938. Make sure I got the date right. June 25th, 1938, in many ways was a dark day for people with disabilities. On that day, 2 laws were signed into law. One was the Fair Labor Standards Act, which contains Section 14C. It has a lot of good stuff, but I want to say that it's a dark day that Section 14C was signed into law. It was the exact same day that the Wagner-O'Day Act was signed into law, and later became the Javits-Wagner-O'Day Act and the Ability One program. The National Council on Disability has just recently released a report that calls for the phasing out and end of the Ability One program and Section 14C, and moving really the people that currently work in that program into competitive integrated employment. And it has strategies to do that, which I won't go through right now, but it has some really great ideas. That's the National Council on Disabilities. The National Council on Disabilities has also previously said in 2 different reports, but there was another recent report that said that Section 14C has got to go, and it needs to be phased out, and it supports the Transformation and Competitive Employment Act, which we support. Also, the United States Commission on Civil Rights has said that Section 14C has got to go and supports the Transformation and Competitive Employment Act. And both of those refer to Section 511 of the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, which we fought so hard to include, and which created another commission to recommend to Congress what to do about Section 14C. And that concluded that Section 14C has got to go. We have helped instigate a congressional committee, the USCCR, the United States Commission on Civil Rights, and the National Council on Disabilities, all to realize that Section 14C has got to go. Working together, we can make this happen. And we need to do this because we want the high expectations. We want to eliminate the discrimination that occurs so that more people will more quickly move into high expectations. So it won't take them so long to find the high expectations that I found at the National Federation of the Blind. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart, because if it wasn't for people like you listening today, that I wouldn't have found the NFB. That's changed my life and made it so rewarding. Thank you so much.
John Perret, ladies and gentlemen. John Perret. John, thank you, man.
Thanks, Kevin.
I hope I didn't interrupt your very nice ending there, because the internet kind of comes and goes. So I hope I did not cut you off, John.
No, I was done, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak.
Man, no. We appreciate so much that you're with us this weekend. And I can recall a time, Scott LeBar, get ready for a second. I want you to get ready shortly. I want you to make some comments, and if you would, talk a little about PAC. But I can remember a time going to North Carolina with a bunch of our folks. And on the way back in an ice storm, we were figuring out who was going to be the blind man who was going to be the first person to drive at Daytona. And there were 7 or 8 of us that were trying. I finished 8th. I tried. I just didn't have the reflexes. But we were on the way back to Baltimore in a snowstorm. It was terrible. And I was on the phone the entire way trying to talk Congressman Doug Lamborn into voting to support our Pedestrian Safety Enhancement Act. And I talked to his people, and I talked to other people. I talked to him personally. Finally, as we rolled through this ice storm, he said, okay, I will co-sponsor, but I'm not going to vote for it. And I never co-sponsor, but to get you over the finish line, I'll co-sponsor. In the middle of a snow and ice storm with John Perret and all of our colleagues, we just fight the battles. We just fight the battles to raise those expectations for our blind kids, for our seniors, for all of our center students, for all of the working age blind people, no matter how they came to their blindness, all over the United States. And John Perret right here is one of the tools, one of the human resources with such passion and compassion and heart and capacity that helps put us over the finish line. Doesn't matter if it's an ice storm, doesn't matter if he has to get arrested in the nation's capital. I actually think you kind of like it, don't you, John, getting arrested?
It was, I don't know if I can comment on that. I was very pleased to be able to contribute to the National Federation of the Blind.
Yeah, thank you, man. We love you. Thank you very much for being with us everywhere and anywhere virtual. Now let's do a door prize, and then let's do
Big one.
Scott LaBar. If we can do a door prize real quick, if you're ready to do a door prize, and then we'll do Scott. Also, while we're waiting for Monique to wipe her tears away after that banquet address, and she can do that. While we wait for that, I apologize for the audio in the first half here. We had a little bit of a disconnect, and we don't know quite what happened, but thank you, colleagues and brothers and sisters, for hanging in. And Monique, are you ready to go, or are we going to go to Scott?
I'm ready. I'm just waiting on you.
Okay, do it.
All right.
Go.
So we have, let's do $15 in a Victorita Trek.
Ooh.
And the actual trek, wow. Who donated that?
I don't know.
I don't have it written down right in front of me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I want it, Monique. You know, I am here. I've been here all the time.
You
Yes,
have
you
been,
have.
and you've been
I wouldn't
behaving.
mind that either.
But your name's not Krista.
Oh.
Hey,
Krista
Mom,
who?
Yes.
I think that was a humanware donation, and I thought that because it's a $500 value was going to be an auction item.
Oh.
I was told it was a door prize, but
Well, we're gonna auction item. What are we gonna do? Scott, Jessica?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. If we want to give it away, that's fine, but I think that was their.
I would auction it.
I would auction it, yeah.
Yeah.
Auction.
I am willing to auction it.
go for it.
We can
Maybe
always
you
have
guys can do
package
like
number
a-
21, but I
You
think
can
if
do
that's the case,
You can do
if
a
that's
swap,
the case,
you
we'll
know?
auction it, but she should add
All
something other than that $15 for the prize.
Of course, of course.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's make it a $40.
There you go. Now you're
We'll
talking.
take it. We'll take it.
Krista Huggenberg.
Krista
Oh,
Huggenberg.
a parent, I believe.
Oh, great. Yes.
Yes, one of our new parents.
She's here.
Don't know if she's here or not.
Raise your hand.
You see her anywhere in the rooms, guys? Raise your hand.
I'll tell you what, John Perret, people don't know. I don't want to continue to harp on it too much, but I tell you, I've known John, and the work that he puts in at the National Center is a little, I don't know how, he does a lot of things people don't know about, especially over at the Capitol. And he has taken some heat. He's been willing to stand up for it. Let's draw again, Monique.
Edith Holden.
Oh, she's got to be here. I bet you she's here.
She's likely to be here. She says the coolest stuff on Facebook. I love Edith to death. And I've bought some of those.
She was
hats.
here just a few minutes ago.
We don't care on a heat if she was here a few minutes ago. We care if she's here now. Now.
Edith, Dale.
Eat it.
She's got to be
Hey,
sitting
eat
with Dale because I know Dale's
Yeah.
on here.
Come on, y'all. No.
Edith, Dale. Edith, Dale.
They are mute. Yep, there they are.
Dale?
Do you have Edith there, Dale?
Well,
Well,
no,
I don't
We
know.
will draw again, I think, pretty quick. Yes,
Judy.
let's do that. Let's draw again, Monique.
Judy Dixon.
Judy Dixon from
Judy
the
Dixon,
Boulder
are you here? I
Valley.
saw you in the Zoom room earlier. Judy.
Judy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Dale Holden raised his hand.
Oh,
And so did
I
Judy.
am here.
All right, we've got two door
well,
prizes.
here's
That's all right.
what's that?
I can't just unmute.
You're
in now. There you
Can I
go.
unmute now?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. So we've got
I've
Edith.
been trying to unmute for a while.
Okay, we have 2 winners. We have Edith, we have Judy. Monique and Eke, work it out. Get them a door prize. Both of them.
All right, cool.
Thank you very much. Scott, I want you to make a few comments and talk a little about the PAC plan. Would you do that?
Yes. I want to let you know, Kevin, that we've made a change in the audio regime. So
I
that
got
we can,
the text.
Okay, good. So we can do whatever you want. We've got, not quite, Curtis. We got Joe Elizabeth's reading, and we've got Stray Dog and all that stuff. So whenever you want it, we got it.
Got it. Let's
first
talk
of all,
a little about the world as we know it.
Well, I just want to say, John, you did a great job, and it's been a distinct pleasure having you as our national rep. You do such great work for the organization. You're a true friend. I've worked with you closely now for several years, and thank you for your message. And one of our traditions in Colorado is that if you are a national rep, we would have a beverage of your choice waiting for you at your seat when you got done with your speech, because I've noticed national reps need that. So if you were here, my friend, we would have a gin and tonic right there at your right hand, left hand. I don't know whether you're right or left-handed, but whatever, it would be there for you. So congratulations on a great speech, and thank you. So now I want to do a little work on the PAC plan. Curtis, now we need the song. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite Pac-Man here to talk to you about the pre-authorized contribution program. In order to do all this great work, the Federation needs money. Unfortunately, that's a reality of life. And as a nonprofit, we've got to go out there and ask people for money. And that includes our members. Our biggest member donor program is our PAC plan. People can give on the PAC plan using their bank account, using a debit card number, using a credit card number, et cetera, et cetera. What we do is take a monthly contribution from whatever financial instrument you're giving us, and that helps fund our movement. Currently, my friends, we are bringing in $43,620 a month on the PAC plan. That translates to $523,000 a year. And we have contests. The states are all in competition with each other regarding the PAC plan, and Colorado is number 2. We, as a state, give $3,883 a month on the PAC plan. So we're a little short of $4,000. I want to see if we can take care of that tonight. We have a bet. We have a competition with Maryland. We got to smoke them. We got to do better in this convention time than they do at their convention time. And so what I'd like people to do is to either get on the PAC plan if you're not on it, or raise your pledge. And Kevin, I don't know if we want to get people to do that unmuted, or we can just track it offline. We can do either. It's probably better to do it offline, unless you think we have the time to get a few folks to unmute. And
I do. There might be some folks who would like to make a public affirmation of the spirit of the Federation. And in this time of pandemic, it might be difficult. But if anybody would like to unmute, if they'd like to unmute, yes, I used to be a professional broadcaster. If they'd like to unmute and, raise their plan or come up, we're happy to do it. I'm sure that our folks can keep track. Probably Gary Van Dorn, Jessica Beecham can probably write it down. I tell you what, Scott, I'll start it out with just a $25 PAC increase. Now, if people want a PAC increase or to come on the PAC plan, do that. Don't feel compelled to. We're not like calling anybody out, but it's kind of fun sometimes to have people say, hey, I'll do $25 like Worley did.
Okay, well, I've got you down for 25. I will raise, or the bars will raise ours by 10. So we're at 35 so far a month.
I mean, anybody else want to jump in?
And then I'll tell you. Who's it?
Diane.
Diane.
Yes. The NFB has changed my life. And no matter what I do, it will never be enough. So I would like to raise my PAC to $50.
Raise it to $50 or raise it up $50?
Raise it up $50.
Oh my gosh, Diane, that's so generous. I've got it down to Lisa or somebody or Jessica, if you could take a
Yeah, I'll
note of.
get it.
Okay, good. Of course, we're recording this. Why am I so nervous? Anyway.
Yeah, don't
This
worry.
is Eileen. I am unemployed, but I would like to pledge $5 a month.
That is awesome,
Aw.
Eileen. We'll do
That's
that. So
That's wonderful.
we're up $90 a month. So,
Marianne,
Marianne.
Marianne.
I am one of those people who does now have a job, and I am raising mine up 10.
10. All right. Hey, we're at an even 100. Thank you, Marianne. We're up $100
And,
bucks.
and at some point, I have something to say special to John Perret, if it's possible.
Yeah, well, you're going to do an auction in a little bit, so put it there, and that's groovy.
I
Let's
will.
see if we can keep going. Yeah, thank you, Marianne. We're at 100. Who's next? Anybody?
Jongs
wanna
will raise
jump
by
in?
20.
20 with the
Jongs,
Jongs.
yay.
They already give 5,000 a month, so
Yeah, right.
who's next?
He would if
I
he
one
could.
time
But
went to Scott LeBar. I one time went to the pack table and I said, "Look, I want to match the Mowers." And I said, "How much did they give?" And Pat Maurer was there, so she kind of told me, whispered, and I said, "Well, I'll try." Who's next?
Aragon.
JJ.
JJ.
Hello. I had to get off for a little bit, but I'd like to get back on for $5.
$5. We got it, JJ.
College
That's
student.
As
wonderful.
much as I can do, so.
No, hey, listen. 5, it doesn't matter how much it is. I mean, $5 a month makes a huge difference, especially if a lot of people do that. So
Thank you, JJ.
This is Jordan.
Jordan?
Yeah. I just raised my pack to Beach, Colorado for $50 a month.
I
Jordan,
think she
you
said
were breaking up.
$50 a month, but she's breaking up pretty bad.
Are you raising at 50 or going to 50? Well, I'll put 50 here and we'll confirm with you later. Thank you, Jordan. I don't know what's going on. Your audio was all busted up.
What
Julie?
is Jordan's last name?
Castor. Castor. Jordan
Dale
Castor.
Holcomb.
Dale. Raise, did you say 10? Did anybody hear that? I didn't hear it.
Raised by
By how much?
Michelle Chacon raised 10.
Raised. Michelle, I got 10, and I still need Dale's.
$10.
10. Okay, great. Got it.
This
Thank
is
you,
Jeanette.
Jeanette?
15.
Thank you, Jeanette. We are at $210 a month increase thus far.
This is an increase on behalf of Eric Woods for $10 a month.
Hey, stray dog. Dog. I couldn't do that before. Now I can do it. Dog. All right, thank you. That felt better. Anybody else?
Ash Marine Lady has joined the meeting. All new are alert.
Boyer Portugals, $10 a month.
Who said $10 a month?
Boyer Portugals.
Oh, Brett and Eliza.
First time on the pack plan since I was 11 years old. I've been hearing about this thing. So,
So what, about 40 years ago? Who's that now? I'm sorry. I heard somebody.
Can you hear me, Sharon Buchan?
Sharon, yes, I can.
Yeah, we'll raise 110.
Sharon, thank you so much. We're up $240 a month.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Jordan.
I said I just raised my pack by $50. I just called the Jernigan Institute on Wednesday.
Oh, well,
and
then we'll
raised
count
mine
it here because
to
that would.
Colorado.
Oh, thank you. Well, we'll count it here because that wouldn't have showed up in the statistics yet. So I'm counting it. Thank you, Jordan. You sound much better now. I don't know what was going on before.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sheila, I wanted to do $20 a month.
Okay, we have Shao. I'm sorry, and then there was somebody else, but let me take Shao first.
$20 a month.
20? Okay,
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Before Shao? Who was before Shao? They cut out.
Yeah, who was that?
Brett
At
Boyer.
10?
I can't.
Boyer and Shao.
So we had Boyer.
Lisa,
Then
that was Jordan.
yeah, Jordan
Nope,
was.
nope. Jordan was a few people earlier. I'm talking between Boyer and Shao.
Was there
It
anybody else?
was Jordan. She came back on.
I know, I heard her, but before that, there was somebody else.
Okay, so let's just do it this way. Is there anybody else?
Sharon Buchan.
Good
We
evening,
did
all.
Sharon.
Paul
you did
Miliarelli.
Sharon. It's Sharon Buchan, Lisa. That's the
you.
one I think.
Got it.
Okay, Paul.
Good evening to all. I'd like to start out with 20 a month.
20. Got it. Thank you, Paul. We're at 280 guys. Can we get to 300?
Eileen has her hand up.
No, I pledged already.
Yeah, we got
Sorry
Eileen.
about that. I forgot to.
Yeah, that Logan's starting at 5.
Logan Neatfeld's starting at 5.
All right, Logie. The Logie Bear. Awesome. 285. Cynthia.
I'll give $5 a month.
Awesome. 290. Thank you, Cynthia.
Jamie?
Jamie?
Yeah, Scott, I'll take us over 300 and do 20 a month.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you so much, Jamie. What's your last name?
Curly.
Curly. Jamie Curly.
Carly. Carley.
You got it, Lisa? All right. Anybody else? Then we're going to close this down.
Julia Zannon.
Julia.
100 a month.
Woo.
New time, new user.
Wow, Julia. That is incredibly generous. Thank you so much. That puts it at $410 a month increase. And you know what? No way Maryland's going to beat that.
Yay!
Nate Trill.
Nate.
Put me down for 20 a month.
20. We're smoking. Yeah. We're smoking hot.
Judy Dixon.
Judy.
20 a month.
Judy, thank you very much.
Great convention.
We're $450 up, and now we're really burying Maryland. You eat our dust there, Pere.
Yeah, you're doing quite well. I have to admit that.
So, anybody else? And thank you so much for your generosity.
Bianca. I'd like to increase mine by another 5.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you so much. Anybody else?
Jesse Lorenz.
Jesse.
I am already doing 20, but I'll go up to 25.
So that's an increase of 5. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you do.
Well, thank you. $460 a month we stand at now, or at least an increase, I mean. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you so much.
Andrea.
Who's this? That's funny.
It's Melissa Green.
Yeah, Melissa.
$5.
Thank you, Melissa. God bless you. All right, 465.
Scott, this is Jeanette.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Jeanette.
Oh, Jeanette.
Our chapter has been meaning to join, and we're going to do $10 a month to start.
Go Springs! 475. Oh my God, we're almost at 500. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? It's like the little engine that could. Who's this?
Andrea Brandy's $20 increase a month.
Andrea, thank you so much. We're at 495, ladies and gentlemen.
Aragon.
Yes, JJ.
I know I said this earlier, so I'm not sure if I need to say it now, but I can take us to 500 with the Greeley chapter at 5 a month.
Well, let's do it.
All right.
500. Anybody else?
Renee. Mountains and Plains, $10 a month.
Go Mountains and Plains. 510. Whoops, my microphone was falling there. It was so excited.
Scott Marcotte.
Scott the Marcotte. Great name.
I will bump mine up $5 a month too to 25.
Thank you. We got you 5 up. That's 515. Going once,
Scott.
going twice. Who's this?
I just want to say to everybody, no matter what you can do, it helps. Every bit helps.
Amen.
And all of you for doing the best you can. Thank you so much.
So here's the deal, folks. So if we take this $515 a month increase and add it to our $28.83, we would get to $3,398 a month on the PAC plan. That would be awesome. I don't think Colorado's ever been quite that high. And here's what I would like you to do. This is how you can affect these changes. There are a couple different ways you can either start a new pledge or increase your pledge. The first way is to go to nfb.org//PAC. And if you are increasing your PAC, you just have to fill out the form online there, submit it, and it will go through. If you are starting a new PAC plan, then somebody from our national office fiscal team will call you after you fill out that form. Fill out the same form, www.nfb.org/PAC, and then submit the form and somebody will call you. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing that form, I've got a couple of options for you. You can call us at the national office and leave a message on our PAC hotline, okay? And somebody from our fiscal team will call you and help you fill out the form, take your financial information if you need it. The number to call is 877-NFB2PAC, 877-632-2722, 877-632-2722. Kevin or Jessica, if one of you could put this information in the chat, perhaps. I don't know if we've got that enabled or not. If we don't, that's fine. I will send it to the listserv. The other thing you can do is if you need some help, call my office. 303-504-5979. Again, 303-504-5979. One way or the other, we can get you help. Lastly, if you want to send an email to our national office to get somebody to help you, you can do that too. Guess where you send it? PAC@nfb.org. PAC@nfb.org. Tell us who you are, a number to call you, and one of our members of the fiscal team will call you back. So, last call for any increases or new PACs or any questions.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Scott C.
Sylvia V.
Labar.
Hill.
Who's that?
Sylvia V. Hill,
Hi,
$5.
Sylvia.
Oh, thank you,
$5.
Sylvia. Thank you
Aw.
so much.
Thank you. Okay, thanks, Scott, very much, and thanks to all of our Packers. We're gonna
Pac-Man's out.
see you, Pac-Man, next time. Same Pac station, same Pac channel. All right, so we've got a lot to cover. We're probably not going to get to everything that we had on the agenda because we don't want to hold folks too long. We know there's folks who want to do after hours things. What I do want to do, because this is, you know what, we talk about money and we raise the money so that we can do cool stuff. That's why we do the dash. I really hope folks, we got a week, sign up, come on, $30 and do some running or walking or that kind of thing. But the reason we raise the money is for Braille education, for literacy, for all the things that we do, but for the scholarships. Jessica, get ready if you're going to do some scholarship stuff here, because I think it's really important that, that scholarship class that we heard the other night, they're brilliant. They're just brilliant folks. And what an honor to have them. We're going to put them to work. I was already thinking about Kevin Darcy. I want him to help us with our Latina, our Hispanic outreach effort. We're going to need his help and guidance. So, Jessica, you want to talk about scholarships?
I would love to talk about scholarships. And could I get my scholarship winners to
Hey, Jessica, you're
yeah.
back off.
You're way overmodulated.
Back
you could back off.
Sorry. I don't know what's going on. Something weird is happening with our mic tonight. But how is this?
Much better.
Okay, perfect. So can I get all of our scholarship winners to please unmute yourselves, because after you are awarded your scholarship, you'll have a second to say something if you would like to. So our first scholarship is in the amount of $2,500, and that scholarship is awarded to Miss Tracy Jones.
Yay.
Tracy.
I know the crowd's going wild, Tracy.
Woo! Yay! Mountains and plains.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I really hope that I make you proud, and I'm just gonna do my best to make you proud. And I'm honored that you have chosen me to represent Colorado and the NFB for this honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tracy, and you absolutely already are making us so very, very proud. And so thank you so much. This is just a dynamite class this year. Our next scholarship in the amount of $2,500 goes to Miss Christina Beam. Congratulations, Christina. And if you'd like to say a few words, the crowd is going wild.
Well, thank you, everybody. I'm just so honored, and I will definitely use this scholarship money to help me achieve my degree. I am just blown away by being accepted into the NFB as I have been, and I look forward to moving forward and showing leadership within this organization. And I want to again thank the scholarship committee and thank my mentors and thank Scott and Jessica. This truly has been such a wonderful experience in getting to attend the 2 conventions, and I'm so looking forward to my future within the National Federation of the Blind, and I know that I will not let any of you down, and I just so look forward to it. So thank you all very, very much, and what a great convention this has been.
We have huge plans for you on the Western Slope, so thank you so much. And we certainly do appreciate you, and you are phenomenal as well. Our next scholarship in the amount of $3,500 goes to Mr. Kevin Darcy. Congratulations, Kevin, and the crowd is going wild for you.
Wow, thank you so much. I can't express how meaningful this is to me. Thank you, especially Scholarship Committee. This convention has, really meant a lot to me. Even more than the national convention, it really brought it home what the NFB is all about. And I'm so thankful. The pandemic has really impacted graduate students, and this is really the difference between me being in school and not being in school. So just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I hope my research will help improve accessibility in education. That's really what I'm going for. And I look forward to diversity and inclusion in the NFB. Thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin. And we absolutely are so looking forward to working with you as we move forward and to seeing what great research that you come out with, and just following the rest of your career as it progresses and having you in our NFB family. The next scholarship, also in the amount of $3,500, goes to Miss Karis Glather. Karis, the crowd is going wild.
Oh my goodness. I cannot thank you guys enough. I cannot thank the scholarship committee enough. I cannot thank the NFB enough. You all have given me so much over the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, that I never thought I would have had before. And I never would have imagined myself being here on so many levels. A couple of years ago, I wouldn't have imagined myself being blind. I wouldn't have imagined myself accomplishing the things I've accomplished today. And I thank all of you for helping me recognize that I am capable of all of that. And I really, really look forward to contributing back to the NFB in order to help others the way that you all have helped me. And really, with all of my heart, I thank you.
I have to say, collectively, this is certainly since I've been around the National Federation of the Blind of Colorado, the absolute best class. And I know that you guys see the potential in every single one of these individuals as fierce leaders in our movement. And so I hope that as you bid on your auction items the rest of this evening, and that as you sign up for the 6.dash, or if you don't like to run, that you contribute to other people's 6.dash fundraisers, that you know that our scholarship program truly does build leadership in the National Federation of the Blind of Colorado, and that your money is going towards such worthy programming. So Kevin, thank you for the time. I hope that it's not, that the mic is still not too loud.
No, you did good. It,
Sound great.
thank you. Thank
I'm
you. And
almost
thank you.
having to whisper. It's really weird that this mic is so hot.
Actually, you sound very, very good. Thank you very much. And thank you to our scholars. And, you know, it is an investment in these folks. And of course, we want them to stay with us and help us build the Federation. But, you know, of equal importance really is our slogan, saying, motto, tagline. What we really believe is you can live the life you want. So what we want you guys to be able to do better is to be able to live the life you want. We hope that's being part of us, and some of you already are. So bless you. We're glad you're here. All right. So these I'm just excited, Kevin. I gotta pick your brain, man. I really need you, brother. Okay. So but that's a personal thing. So let's do a door prize, please. We have a few things to do. Joe Elizabeth Pinto, are you in the house? Are you able to unmute if you're here? How about a door prize, Monique and Eek, please?
Yep, we have. Let's do another 6-pack of oils from Pippi.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Was that from Pippi?
From Pippi, yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. How
She's
about
a businesswoman.
Renee Anderson? What?
Who's that?
Renee Anderson.
Renee's probably here. She's the president of the host chapter, you know.
That's me. That's me.
Contact Pippi so you can customize your 6-pack. And we
I
have
will
2 door prizes left. So.
Thank you.
How many we have, hon?
2.
2 left. Whoa,
Yes.
We better do some auction. Now, Scott, do we want to try?
I'm here.
Okay, do the auction. Scott, let's see if we want to still finish out the evening by playing a Stray Dog song or two, you think?
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah,
I
man.
hope people will stay with us. Okay, let's do a couple of auction items. If there's other business, you guys let us know.
Hey,
Joe,
Beecham.
Elizabeth, Jessica?
Yes, so I just want us to remember that we have 2 more virtual choir songs as well.
Oh, well, let's do an auction and a virtual. Because these guys work their heads off and their hearts out and their voices out.
Does Curtis have it, Jessica?
Do what?
Yeah, I sent that to Curtis.
I have everything.
He has what he. Okay, auction.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
But before I do the auction, I just have to say, John Perret, you may have given up your license, but you are certainly driving a bus that a whole lot of us are really very happy to be passengers on.
There you go. Yeah.
I just have to I was thinking about that 5 minutes into his speech, and I just had to put it out there. Let us do 2. If you want me to do 2 right now, I can do 2 and get them out of the way. They are new packages that came to us this evening. Let's start off with the Victor Trucker. It's a $500 value. We almost gave it away for free. Now we're not going to give it away because we have amazing scholarship students. Let's start this out at 200.
This is the reader stream and track, right?
Yeah, what is this actually?
It's a Victor Reader stream.
It is
plus
a Victor
track.
Reader stream plus a GPS thing that you can use for outdoor navigation.
Well,
right.
Right, but it's the
$200.
stream. I'll $225.
$250.
$275, Van Dorn.
300.
Plus, it also fixes the recording issue that the regular stream has. It
I
also
heard
does
300.
Wi-Fi over your internet. So go.
And it's a garage. It's also a garage door opener.
Oh,
Diane, I got Diane.
I had 300,
But I
didn't catch who it went.
James Bybee.
Okay.
JB.
It dices, it slices, it juliennes.
300 to James Bybee, going once. Twice.
325.
Oh,
340.
poorly. All right.
I thought I heard someone else in there after the 325.
Bybee again, 340.
I'm out.
Going once. Going twice.
350.
Sold.
Ooh,
Somebody said 350. Who said 350?
Jordan.
And it was right before. It was Rashid. Photo finish.
All right. We'll honor the
Audio
350.
Audio finish.
Bybee.
Bybee.
Bybee, how much?
360.
Jordan, what do you say? Let's make them quick now because we've got a few more to go and we want to hear some dog.
Ooh.
360 going once.
Yeah.
Twice. Sold.
Okay. Woo-woo. JB.
Thank you, Humanware. And thank you, James. Yeah.
And I'd like you to do another one. Go ahead and do another one.
I have another one.
Hang on, Marion. If anybody feels they're having trouble, we don't want to go so fast. I mean, I want us to move, but if you're having trouble raising your hand, whatever, try to do whatever you can. Bang on your table. Let us know.
Definitely. Unmute for the bids. Don't worry about raising your hands anymore so we can move them quick.
All right.
All righty. The reset, refocus, and rewind package that Monique almost gave away to, we're taking that back. It is 6 days of innovative with the number 8 nutrition. It's a brand new company. It is 6 days worth of patches. I'm reading through this because this came to me this evening. It is $120 value. It's got CBD patches. It's got sleep patches. It's got, all right, that's the CBD patches. I'm sorry, I'm scanning through for this one. Focus for energy and, oh God, it's all split. Sorry. It's all donated by Joy Nelson. It's 6 different strips of patches, and each of them will work for 8 to 24 hours. So you can have either 6 days of working on one thing, or 6 different versions of things to work on. I apologize if I'm not getting all of this, but it's a little tough to read right now. But it's $120 value of innovative new nutrition.
All right, if Joy Lynn's here and can do it in 15 seconds, she can tell us more about it. But I
She
don't
certainly
hear her,
can.
and I don't hear her.
Hey, Kevin, I'm here.
Okay,
Hey,
go,
Kevin.
Joy Lynn. 15
Yes,
seconds. Go.
there's going to be 6 patches. There's a sleep of Innovate Complete Nutrition, complete with omega-3, sleep with no melatonin, Innovate, which is a collagen, immune support with garlic, ginger, turmeric, Ignite, which is a weight management, and CBD with no THC.
Oh, thank you, dear. I appreciate it. Woo woo. All right, let's make some money. What's the value?
$120 value includes the shipping. Let's start it out at 50.
Libby, 50.
All right, Lib. Thanks, Lib.
Jody, 75.
Libby, 80.
Jody, 90.
Jordan, 100.
Libby, 110.
Jody's out.
Jordan's out.
110 going once.
Marty ran 130.
Dang.
Yeah, I want this bad. So don't challenge me.
130 going once. Fighting for the dogs here.
Do it.
130 going twice.
Go, do it.
135. Libby.
Oh,
nope. I said sold, sweetie.
She
I
said
think
so.
you missed it. I think this time there was an audio finish the other way. Marianne, how many auction items you got?
Let me take a second and count.
Okay, you do that. In the meantime, we only have 2 door prizes, but we do have some other things we want to do. Scott, were you trying to get in, Scott? I thought Scott was
No,
trying
I don't
to
know who that was.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's probably Van Dorn because he's keeping track of my spreadsheet.
Okay, Gary.
I have 8.
You know, we appreciate everybody hanging with us for all the cool stuff that we do in the NFB as a family. And if people need to get in and make a comment, you know, raise your hand and let us know. It's kind of weird being siloed like this. And there's really cool stuff about it, but there's stuff that's harder for folks to maneuver. And we love you all. Okay, so do we want to hear some Stray Dog? What else do we have to do, Jessica Beecham? Your mic.
We got a virtual choir song and then some
let's
Stray
do that.
Dog.
Let's do. I'm anxious.
And then Joe Elizabeth's.
And Joe Elizabeth's reading.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing with Joe Elizabeth. Joe Elizabeth, if you're here, you need to raise your hand and let me know you're here. Otherwise, we're going to put Joe Elizabeth off to some cool interactive podcast razzle dazzle. I got a thing in mind. Anyway, let's hear the virtual.
I'm here.
Okay, well, hang on. We're going to do the virtual. And then
Okay.
Joe Elizabeth, thank you. And then we'll get to, I want to go right from the virtual to her reading, which is beautiful and outstanding and wonderful. So I'm so glad you're here. And we're going to do it. We're going to do the virtual choir and then her reading.
Looking up at a sunny sky, so shiny and blue, and there's a butterfly. Well, isn't that a super fantastic sign? It's gonna be a fantastic day.
Such marvelousness it's gonna bring. Got a pocket full of songs that I'm gonna sing, and I'm ready to take on anything. Hooray!
Some super fun surprise around each corner. Just riding on a rainbow, gonna be okay.
I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. And if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, something goes a little wrong. We can go ahead and bring it on. And if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, 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 get back up again. Oh, 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 oh. I'm marching along, I got confidence. I'm cooler than a pack of peppermints, and I haven't been this excited since I can't remember when. I'm off on this remarkable adventure, just riding on a rainbow.
What if it's all a big mistake? What if it's more than I can take? No, I can't think that way, 'cause I know that I'm really, really, really gonna be okay.
Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. And if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, something goes a little wrong. You can go ahead and bring it on. 'Cause if you knock me over, I will
that so much. What an anthem. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You guys rocked that. How did you do that? We have to know. Kevin Kovacs, Renee, did you direct that show?
Logan helped me a lot. Logan
No, let's
helped a
talk.
lot.
Who did?
Logan.
We had a bunch of choir people that came through really well, and a couple of kids as well. So it was
Oh
so
my
much
goodness.
fun. It was
You
so
know,
much fun.
We all
sorry, Renee.
recorded our own individual tracks, and then Kovacs put it all together.
Put it all
It's
together for us.
fantastic.
As you guys, oh my goodness, it's like I feel like this is like an Up With People moment for an old guy.
It was so much fun.
I mean, that's what it was.
There
That
is
was
more where that one came from. We got another song in here. So.
One
yeah,
more
I know. We're gonna get to it. But that was just joyful. That was joyful. Thank you for bringing
was
that to us.
amazing.
And it just shows. I mean, it was invigorating. I love you guys. That's wonderful, and it's just shows, in my view, the power of the National Federation of the Blind, to the extent that we're not talking the craziness that's out there. We're talking about we're featuring each other and celebrating each other. And I just think that's a wonderful thing. We may be in our pods, but we're just connected and protected. And I just think President Rick Abono came up with that, I think, and I just love it. It's stuck with me. I want to, Joe Elizabeth Pinto, would you like to say a word about this here reading? Because we just love you so much and appreciate the stuff you're doing in Mountains and Plains. And I thought maybe we would feature a reading from is this your latest book?
This is my latest book, Apples of Gold, Timely Advice When the World Doesn't Seem Lovely, which is about sifting the blessings out of difficult times like pandemics.
Yeah, so before we hear this, real briefly, tell us, you have 3 books out. You're a blind author, lived in Colorado for
basically my whole life.
Yeah.
Pushing 50 years.
Yeah.
Um,
Family? You have family?
Yes, I have a family. I have a daughter, and her dad and I live together. And my second book was written about my adventures of raising her. And I wrote that book as an advocacy book because I got tired of blind parents having issues with their children being taken from them. And so I thought I would write a book about a fun book, an educational book that was fun, about some of the things that we did together, cooking and arts and crafts and activities and different things, so that people could see that we were like any other family, really.
So you have had 3 books published, and you have your and thank you for the donations of a couple of door prizes. How do we get your latest book? What's the name of the latest book?
You can go any of my books they're on Kindle and Audible and paperback. The easiest way is to go to my website, www.brightsideauthor.com.
Well, it's certainly easy to remember that bright side. Now here, we're going to play you reading from your latest book, right? Bright Side. What's the latest book?
It's called Apples of Gold, Timely Advice When the World Doesn't Seem Lovely.
All right. I love Bright Side. It's happy. It's time to be happy. We got to be happy against the dark. Can we thank you, Joe. I appreciate you. Let's play. What's the birds? Are there birds? Where are you? Like in a
Oh, that is my parakeet, or my daughter's parakeet, Rocket.
Nice. All right. Well, keep him away from my cat. Anyway, thank you. Let's play this, Curtis, if you would, please.
Excerpt from Apples of Gold, Timely Advice When the World Doesn't Seem Lovely. What makes us happy? As I traveled my guide dog, Onlin, to pick up my daughter from school, it hardly seemed like November. Late autumn days can be mild and lovely in Colorado, but their mildness can also be deceptive, since the soft breezes and addicting sunshine that make those days so irresistible might easily be swallowed by a blizzard overnight. The possibility of their sudden disappearance is part of what makes them precious. I savored the warmth of the afternoon sun on my face as Onlin and I swung along. We passed the fresh-smelling juniper bushes and the familiar split-rail fence on the corner, then crossed the street and went by the chain-link barrier from behind which Jack and Jill, two noisy pugs, always greeted us enthusiastically on our schoolward journey. "Hi there," a man's voice called out as we slowed down for a dip in the sidewalk where there was a driveway. "Onlin, halt." I paused and turned slightly to the right where the voice had come from. Onlin stopped and sat, tilting her head to look up at me, probably wondering why we were hesitating in the middle of the block. We had places to go and a kid to bring home. Stopping was a silly thing to do, in Onlin's opinion. I scratched her chin lovingly and returned the man's greeting. "I see you pass by here all the time." The man spoke to me from the driveway I had just crossed, where I guessed by the position of his voice in relation to me that he was likely stretched out on his back under a vehicle. He grunted as if he were yanking hard on something, then swore under his breath. A metal tool landed on the concrete driveway. "Every day I watch you and your dog go by," he went on, making me slightly uneasy, "and you're always smiling. How can you be so happy, since you're blind and all?" Another one of those questions. Blind people hear them day in and day out. In public opinion polls, blindness is one of the most highly feared challenges a person can face. Worse than public speaking, worse than cancer, sometimes worse than death, even. It's difficult for most of us without sight to imagine our lives instilling that much terror in those who can see. Having eyes that don't work is often a nuisance, usually because of issues related to not driving or not reading standard print, but worse than death or cancer? Hardly. I thought for a moment, then asked the man, "How can you be unhappy since you can see?" His answer came out in a burst of anger. "I'm pissed off today because my truck won't start." "But you can see. Doesn't that make you happy?" "What are you, nuts? I told you my truck won't start." "You asked me how I can be happy and blind at the same time." I stroked my guide dog's head to keep her from getting restless. "It's all in your focus." "I've been blind my whole life. I don't think about it much. Sometimes it's a drag when I have to carry a heavy backpack of groceries home from the store, or when I can't read the directions on a box of brownies. Once in a while, it makes me a little sad that I can't see a rainbow or a full moon or my little girl sleeping. But I can hear the birds chirping in that bush behind me. I can smell the world after it rains and feel how soft my dog's ears are. And a kid laughing. Have you ever sat back and listened to a kid laugh and laugh till she can barely breathe?" The man crawled out from under his truck, stood and stretched, and said, "The sun is shining, the sky's pretty, I'll fix my engine problems. I guess I'm happy in kind of a big picture way." "Yeah, the sunshine and the breeze feel great," I answered. "I'm on my way to get my daughter from school and I love her to pieces. We have a warm house to go home to. I could complain about piles of bills and laundry, too much work and not enough fun. But why? I'm happy too." I turned and left the driveway mechanic with a final casual thought over my shoulder as I signaled my guide dog onward. "You and I are a lot more alike than we are different," I said. "Have a nice day. Onland forward."
That reading makes me cry a little bit with happiness and joy and reflection. And thank you. And your books they're great. I hope folks who are interested in that would follow up. Thank you very much. Do we want to, y'all, we want to do an auction? You want to do what do y'all want to do? Auction or more music from the choir?
Choir.
A bridge on the river choir. Wait, what?
We don't have the other. I don't have the other choir file.
Oh, you
That
don't?
one's having trouble being sent. Yeah, there's a.
It's not letting me send it. Yeah.
What
Technology
a
is
breakdown.
having
It's a
trouble.
breakdown.
We
It's
got
a
some stray
breakdown.
dog though. We can do that.
You wanna do
Well,
some
we've got
dog?
7 more auction items
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
let's do an
too.
auction. Let's do an auction.
auction.
Let's do an auction first, and then.
All righty. Package 19 on the list, jasmine and lavender, Puralis auction basket. It's a ladies relaxation basket with lavender soaps and shampoos, bath bombs. There's a massage stick and fancy spa slippers and bath mittens and bath bombs and all kinds of stuff like that. It's a wonderful little gift basket, and I'm looking for the price on it. Hold on just a sec. 75. So let's start it at 30.
You know,
And believe me, this
Valentine's Day's coming up.
Maureen,
It is.
75.
Maureen said, did you say 75, Maureen?
Yes.
Yes.
Aragon, I heard a couple of 80s. I'm willing to hear something more.
Jordan 100.
Go get something.
Aragon 110.
Vicky 125.
Oh, I'm out.
Jordan 130.
Jordan 130. Going once.
Vicky 135.
Jordan 150.
I'm out.
Going once.
I
What
love
is it?
members of the NFP of Colorado.
For those who are asking, it's a Pure Lace lavender and jasmine spa basket. It's full of like bath and body kind of luxuries for the lady.
Ooh.
For
I
the
gotcha.
ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For the ladies, and it's at 150 right now with Jordan.
Sandoval 160.
You better.
Your lady's gonna love you, man.
She might let me out of the basement.
170. Jordan. I got 170 going once.
175. Sandoval.
200.
I'm out.
Hey, Jordan, welcome to Colorado.
Amen.
Thank you.
Jordan, did I say we're really happy to have you living in Boulder?
Yeah.
This is the one I wanted.
200 going once. Twice. Sold to Jordan.
Yeah.
Do you want another one right quick?
Yeah, let's do it. We're having fun. I think folks are having as much fun doing the auction as anything else we could be doing. So yes.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one donated by the Denver chapter. It's Dad and Mom's dinner and a movie date.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah. Pay attention, Scott. On Heat wants this, I'll bet you. $115. It's a $50 DoorDash, $25 iTunes, so you can get your movie.
Yeah,
and
baby.
3 hours of babysitting by Maureen or Brittany at one of their houses.
Yeah.
They
want
will
my
feed
kids,
your
you can have
kiddos
'em.
while you go out. 125. We're going to start it at 70.
80.
85, Baldwin.
85 says Baldwin.
Such
90,
nice young...
Nate.
Oh.
Trila.
Trila says 90. Think fast. We're going to move stuff. 90 going once. 90 twice. Baldwin says 95.
Yes. 108.
For real? Alrighty, I heard 100. 100 from Nate, going once. Twice. Sold to Nate Trila.
Hey, Nate. Hey, Nate. All right.
Awesome.
Congratulations. I just thank you, Marianne. We're gonna do some stray dog. I want to thank y'all for hanging around as the banquet kind of morphs into just a time of family, and without being too whatever the word is. Goodbye, Brett. Oh, we loved having you tonight. Really. Hey, Jack.
Hey, Kevin, can I just say
Yes.
something really quick? So, of course, I'm very excited that I'm going to get to watch Suana, but I also want to let Brian and Stephanie know that I'll babysit anytime for you guys for free to go out as well.
Oh, wow. Hey,
We
Maureen,
really
you want my
appreciate
kids?
that.
Maureen.
Well, and we have such a wonderful community in this time of craziness. So that's the wonderful thing about keeping this conversation. We can't be together, but we can almost be assembled in convention or in party anytime we want to. We're used to sort of the communicating this way, probably a little more than the non-blind, at least to some degree. Do we want to hear some stray dog or do we want to auction item? It's up to y'all.
Dog.
Do you want me to let you know what's left on the auction block?
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
let
yeah,
us know
baby.
what's on the block.
Alrighty. We've got a Broncos bling boutique for the ladies.
A lot of ladies stuff. That's good.
Well, here's a guy's one. Basketball Fiesta Munch Set. And it's full of good junk, food, and lovely munchies. We've got a Mary Kay Love Yourself from your nose to your toes. Oh, I went too fast. We've got an Amazon Sweets and Treats package. And we have a luxury night in Boulder. And I just have to say, when we auction that off, it is the only donation that the Embassy Suites has given out since COVID-19 hit. Every other place that Embassy Suites has asked has said no.
Yeah, we'll hold that one till the last. Goodbye, Patrick Davis. We'll hold that one till last. And then after that, we'll do, what is this one? A Boulder night in what?
It's the luxury night in Boulder. It's at the Embassy Suites.
Luxury night in Boulder.
Yeah,
all right,
luxury night in Boulder.
All right, we'll make that the last one, unless we want to do a rainy night in Georgia. We could also do. Okay, we're gonna hear some dog though. People want some dog. I want to hear a dog song. And so, Curtis, if you could play some stray dog, because.
What happened with the virtual choir?
You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers meet, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story. A fight for love and glory. A case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
Well, Stray Dog's playing right now, but for some won't get loud.
never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy, and hate. Woman needs man, and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
That's why a lot of us those of us who've lived in Colorado in the blindness community and beyond, to the folk community and the jazz community, love. Who are they, Scott?
Dogs.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for playing. We appreciate it. Checks in the mail and all that stuff. Thank you. Eric, are you on by any chance? You've been hanging out the whole convention. If you're on, if you wish, unmute and say a thing. We're going to do a couple of auction items. Now, Curtis, how many dog songs do we have still in the library? I'm getting some beautiful texts. People loving what we're doing.
I got 2 left.
Okay. You got 2 dog and how many auction? Okay, let's do an auction.
Gary, real quick, I need information to contact James Bybee. You can text me at 303-863-1150. He's not on the registration list.
If he's still in the room, I would ask that James and Gary head to a quick breakout room, which I know our techs can make happen.
Ooh. We're being very, very discreet here. We're being security conscious.
Hey, look,
Give me just a moment.
do we have him?
He's here.
He is here, yes.
Okay, can you set James and Gary to a breakout?
Yep, we'll do.
Either that, or you could just unmute them both, and we could hear the credit card.
Yeah.
No,
not gonna happen. We're not that way around here.
I'll give my phone number, but not that stuff.
Okay, well,
Eric Woods sends his love and says to let everyone know that he is streaming us live on YouTube, so he cannot unmute to speak right now.
Well, that's not
we
right.
could do. No, well, Eric, we can actually dial out on this Zoom room. We could dial your cell phone if you'll answer.
Yeah. And then we'll act as though we're collectors, debt collectors, and we will insist.
Yes.
There's a theme. I got a theme going here. That's unfortunate. All right. So we're going to do dog. Yes, we did an auction. We're doing a dog.
No, we haven't done an auction. We just moved somebody so we could get their money.
Okay. So do an auction.
But we can do an auction.
Why not?
All right. We have an auction item donated by, hold on a second. Donated by Brittany called Love Yourself From Your Nose to Your Toes. It is, it's Mary Kay auction item, satin hands, satin lips set, and just a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to move some screens around here. And satin body butter set, and there's a 4-pocket cosmetics case that goes with the whole set to keep it all together for when you're traveling. It's a $200 value. Let's start it at 80.
Vicky, 80.
Michelle,
Jody.
100.
Jody,
110.
Vicky, 125.
Shannon, 150.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Shannon, 150.
Christina, 160.
Well, that was really fun for 2 of you.
Christina,
Dan in
170.
175. Oh,
Hey, I am thoroughly amused right now.
Absolutely.
Zan in 175.
Christina, 190.
Dan in 200.
There we go. There we
Good
go.
woman.
Christina, 210.
What do you say, Julia?
Yeah. Yay. I love Mary
Going
Kay.
once.
What are we
Twice.
at? What are we at?
210.
Okay, that was me. Okay.
That's you. That's
What?
what she said. 210. Going once. Twice. Sold.
Yay!
Okay, I'm back. Refresh me. Who won what now? Love yourself. And it was
I'm updating the sheet for you right now.
okay.
Christina, what's your last name?
Covington. Covington.
Well, happy Christmas, and thank you very much for the dollars. We're going to do a dog song unless you guys want to do something else. You know, that was fun, though. I mean, I'd rather be here than anywhere else.
Good question.
You guys y'all are great. What? Go ahead.
Gary, are you guys done with that breakout room?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would thank you very much for patching me in. I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we want to do some dog, don't we? Let's do it.
The water is wide, I can't cross o'er, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row. My love and I, there is a ship, she sails the sea. She's loaded deep, as deep can be, but not so deep as the love I'm in. I know not if I sink or swim.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
So incredibly beautiful. This has been, so to me, it's been an outstanding convention. I know we have a couple of things to accomplish or achieve or enjoy or just hang, whatever we all want to do, because that's the cool thing about the virtual. We can all just hang out as long as folks want to hang out, which we could do in person as well. I'm going to turn this over to our president, Scott Labar, and our first vice president, Jessica Beecham, to kind of take us home. And I think it's been great. I think this has been unbelievable. Hang on, we'll let Scott or Jessica recognize you. I'm going to finish up my last 20 seconds to just say this has been absolutely a gas to try to figure out how to do that. I'm an old guy now, and to try to figure out, okay, I don't know how to do this, and this is, oh, hey, I got to meet this deadline. We've done it. We're adapting to the new reality as long as we have to. And I've found joy in this weekend, and I hope everybody else has too. Scott and Jessica, thanks for letting me do this.
Well, certainly you're most welcome, Kevin. You do a great job getting some feedback there. So if you can mute yourself, whoever you are. We really appreciate all the hard work and love and commitment you give to the organization. And it has been a lot of fun. And I want to remind folks that fun doesn't have to end. After this banquet ends, I'm going to open La Bar and Grill. The Zoom information is there in the agenda. Then Lisa is opening a Zoom room where she's going to read you haunted, spooky stories. And so I'm sure you don't want to miss that. The Bonderson Halloween hour, Halloween reading hour, or whatever we should call it. And the Zoom information for that is also, of course, in the agenda and was on the listserv and so on and so forth. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for all the time, effort you put into this convention, that you put into this organization. Couldn't do it without all of you. I know that my life would be radically different and worse if I didn't have all my terrific friends, brothers and sisters in the Federation. And I just, from our house, from the Labars, we just want to let you know how much we love you and how much you are a part of our family. Jess?
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%, Scott. And I guess I just have to say I'm so excited about these auctions. But before we get going with the last auction items, I believe we have 2 more door prizes. Is that correct, Mo?
That is correct.
We do a door prize and then roll through the last auction items so that people can get to the socializing?
So we
Aragon
have
had a
a
request.
$50 gift card from AT Guys. And that's going to go to
Me.
William Lewis.
I am here.
Wow, you're quick.
Perfect.
Wow.
Now, I believe
Fastest on the drive seat all night.
I can't believe I actually won.
Awesome. So I believe before we go on, I think Aragon wanted to be recognized.
Hi, thank you, Jess. First off, Kevin, I want to acknowledge and apologize that I interrupted you earlier. I wasn't sure where things are going, so I want to acknowledge and apologize for that. Second, I also want to speak up on behalf of the virtual choir only because, and I want to there's an offer at the end of this. The last song that I understand there's trouble happening with the file. But the last song that we had was actually written by Marianne, Renee, and myself. It's in honor of the NFBCO, and it's a Halloween parody and a comedy, if you will. And I wanted to offer, I understand there's a problem with the file, so I wanted to offer that I could sing that if the convention is interested. And again, I know I'm not the whole choir, but I do think that we put some lines in there in our parody that were definitely in honor of the NFBCO.
I think that's a wonderful idea, and I apologize to everyone who's in the virtual choir. I've never had this trouble with a Dropbox file before, but it just the link keeps corrupting and it will not send. So if everybody else is good with this, JJ, I think that's a beautiful way to honor the choir.
I think that is a tremendous
Eileen
idea.
here.
And let me, one second, let me also say this. I don't know the exact mechanism yet. We'll do it through our website, but we've got to work out the mechanisms. But what we're going to do is we're going to put all of this great material that we've been playing throughout the convention up on our website for direct access by you, and that way, you'll be able to play it on whatever device you like. It'll be in great audio quality. We apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had, transmitting music and playing music. Zoom is a very tricky platform. It's designed really for voice conferences, and so trying to get the audio settings just right so it sounds decent and trying to keep it in stereo and all that stuff is a real challenge. And the other thing I want to do, Jess, is I want to thank Paul and Curtis, who have put in so much time managing the Zoom rooms and really doing a lot of the technical stuff.
Absolutely.
So Curtis, why don't you give up the crowd for you and Paul, huh? Let's hear the crowd.
Woo!
Yeah, well, there you go. All right, well, I'm
I
done.
made a Facebook earlier that really Paul and Curtis are the true heroes of this convention. They really have made it everything that it has been, and I absolutely echo that. We appreciate them so very much. And JJ, I would love to hear you before we move on to Marianne.
Eileen here.
Okay. Actually, I wonder if we could have Marianne go before I do. I need to get everything set up here, but.
Perfect. Eileen, real quick, please.
Thank you, JJ, for singing the song to us. But I was just wondering if it would be possible to hear it the way we were hearing stuff in earlier before the sound was fixed. It wasn't really that bad, and I don't know that I'll be able to sing my part in that I put in it. But if that's not possible, it's okay, because I would love to hear it when everything is all set and put together.
I think it's the file itself, not just the audio. So we're gonna just need JJ to do it.
Okay,
And
awesome.
then we'll
Thank
get
you,
the
JJ.
we'll get the the real version up, if you will, not the real version, the choir version up. We'll get it up on the website.
All right, Marianne, take it away.
All right.
$50.
Actually, this is $100 value. It's package number 16, Gary. The Basketball Fiesta, donated by
Ooh,
the Mile High
munchies,
chapter.
munchies.
Munchies. It's a basket full of the cheese
50.
straws and dip, and the box is shaped like a basketball. And I heard 50.
55, Renee.
60, Bear.
Come on, Bear, you can do better than that one.
Well, he doesn't have to if nobody else does better than that. He's not going to outbid himself. He's only done that with me.
70.
60 says Bear. 70 says Van Dorn.
80.
85, Renee.
90.
There we go.
I heard 90. Bear. Going once.
95, Renee.
100.
The Bear.
The Bear. 100.
Up there.
Going once. Going twice. Sold.
Go Bear.
100 to the Bear.
Buying it was a slam dunk.
And it's a slam dunk for sure.
Too bad we don't have
For the ladies, number 18, the Broncos Bling Boutique. It's a ladies size large Broncos jersey and a Broncos jacket. It's $150 value. And the bling is all very touchable and spells out Broncos in gold bling. And we're going to start this at 70.
Vicky, 70.
There you go, Vicky.
And thank you, Greeley, for donating this one.
Yeah.
Vicky says 70.
Seriously?
There.
Jody,
could be like the-
75.
Woohoo!
Jody
Vicky,
says
80.
75. Vicky's 80.
Jody, 85.
There she goes.
90.
Burke 90.
90. Burke.
Damn,
Burke,
Burke's gonna look
I'll
real
hear
good
more
in
than
that
that.
jersey.
Burke, where'd you come from?
Burke, a lurker. He's a lurker. Hadn't heard from
He's
him in a
thinking
while.
about his woman right there. She'd look good in a Broncos jacket. I'm saying.
100.
There you go.
Vicky?
110.
Yeah.
Yeah.
110 Burke.
Come on, you got to beat Burke.
Go.
Deedon 105. No, we already got 110. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. We can do 115 if you want, John. John.
110 going once,
John.
twice.
Yo, John.
Sold it.
That's to Dan Burke, right?
Correct.
Yes, to Dan Burke.
Have it. And I'll be contacting you all. If I haven't contacted you yet, I will be contacting you either today or tomorrow.
I've got 2 more action items. Do we want to finish them off right now or later?
Roll them.
Roll.
All right. I have the Amazon Sweets and Treats basket. It's Kevin Kovacs knows about this one really well. This is donated by Paul and I with Mig's Motivation and Merriment. It's a $50 value. It's a whole, it's a $25 Amazon gift card and a whole treats basket with tons of candies and cookies and chips and all things munchable. It's a $50 value. I'll start it at 25.
Van Dorn 30. Van Dorn 35.
Carpenter 35.
Sound of all 40.
Carpenter 50.
Sylvia 55.
Sylvia says 55.
Carpenter 60.
Cook said 60. Carpenter.
Marcy.
I know. Cook said 60 before you.
Oh, I'll say 65.
Neely 70.
There he goes.
Renee 75.
Renee. Oh, Renee.
Renee says 75.
Affiliate. Come on.
75 going once.
John Perret 80.
Oh, John
Oh, there he is.
Sylvia 85.
Whoa.
All right. Perret 90.
Damn it.
That's expressing it well.
Right, we like
90
Baltimore.
90 going once. Twice.
Okay.
All right, I have a question because this is a package that I donated. Sylvia, will you pay your 85 if we can donate 2?
Yes, I will.
All right, then there are 2 sold, one to Sylvia. What's your last name, Sylvia?
Veal.
Ohio State is beating Penn State 38.
And John Perret at 90.
Correct.
Nice.
We will
Nice work.
donate up the second one and do them both.
That's
Sylvia,
classy.
I'll go ahead and add another row real quick while you do that. Okay.
There you go. And make sure you've got Sylvia. We know where to find Mr. Perret, but let's make sure we know. Perfect.
I'll add Mr. Perret, yes.
Yeah.
We know where
That'll
he
do.
Yeah,
And
and
the last-
return your calls.
Hi, Sylvia.
I know how to get Mr. Perret to return calls. I got him to talk to me when I needed his help, and he rocked it for me. Last auction item is a luxury night in Boulder. It's a 1-night stay at the Embassy Suites Boulder.
What do you
And
think,
90
John?
I'll bet on it.
Okay, well, hold on. And a $99 Spa Via gift card. It's a $350 value. Yeah, it's a good
Labar
one.
at 100.
150.
125.
Bear, what was yours?
125.
Okay, I heard the 150 already.
Deedon 200.
Eden's at 200.
Bear 250.
Whoa, these guys too rich for my blood.
Yeah. You're a lawyer. You can litigate.
250.
275.
Beecham 275.
Sound of all 280.
Bear 300.
Oh, baby.
The bear.
The bear 300. Going once. Going twice.
The bear.
Sold to the bear.
Go bear. Woo!
Nice job.
And if you give Gary a moment, we will be able to get the final figure because it's running totals.
It is, drum roll please, $3,640.
Hey.
Great job.
Wow.
I'm so glad I'm good with spreadsheets.
Marianne, you are the best. The best.
Well, and I have to say thank you to Gary and to everybody who donated packages and everybody who's purchased packages. An auction wouldn't be anything without the donations, and it certainly wouldn't be anything without the people who choose to take it all home.
Right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much, everyone who bid. And now we're going to turn it over. JJ, are you ready?
I am ready.
Hey, and JJ, before you start again, I just want to apologize and let everybody know we're going to do everything that we can to get this out to you guys ASAP. And I'm just not sure what's going on with the file, but we apologize. And thank you, JJ.
Sure. Thank you, Jess. And thanks everyone for letting me do this. Again, I just want to recognize everyone who was in the choir. We had Renee, Marianne, Marty, Melissa, Isabella, I think Izzy, I believe Jess and Maureen were in it. Scott himself was in it. That was his bass baritone voice in America the Beautiful. That was awesome.
Eileen,
So,
there was Eileen, Alfonso,
Eileen,
Scott, Miles.
yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Renee.
Thank
I knew
you,
I was going to miss
JJ.
some names, so thank you. All right. So again, I am not all of them, but thank you for letting me do this. And again, Marianne, Renee, and I sat down. Did I miss someone in there, Renee?
Eileen has a part in it, but she wouldn't be able to put it into yours without it getting all very, very weird. But
Okay.
Eileen has a cool little rap piece that we all want to hear.
All right.
So we will figure out a way to hear that later.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to get that in there. So the four of us sat down and put this together. We wanted to do a pomedy, which is a parody plus a comedy. And so this is the Addams Family, a very appropriate Halloween song. And it's got our own words that we wrote along to it. So here we go. How's that?
Yeah, that can hear it.
Much better.
All right. We're creepy and we're kooky, mysterious and spooky. We're all together zooming, Colorado NFB. The guide dog tails are slapping, the white kid tips are tapping, the membership is clapping, Colorado NFB. Denver, Mile High. Aurora, the sports and rec are leaping, the students are all weeping, the seniors are all sleeping, Colorado NFB. Wild West, we're the best. What? McGeorge footsteps are tearing, the Belgian kids are singing, freedom bells are ringing, Colorado NFB. Our parents blind and sighted, with children we're delighted, diverse we are united, Colorado NFB. North Metro, Pueblo, Boulder Valley, mountains and plains, Sea Springs, Greeley,
The merchants are succeeding, Colorado NFB. The auction was auspicious, resolutions were judicious. Our banquet food's delicious, Colorado NFB. Come on, get your door prize now, but you gotta be here if you want it. Full relief convention, we really ought to mention that this is your induction to our family. Colorado NFB.
Whoa, JJ, way to improv. That was
Woo!
Thank you guys.
Thank you, JJ. That was awesome. And like I said, I definitely want to honor all the voices that are in that virtual choir, and we will get the true recording up for you guys as quickly as we can.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. Well, Scott, do we have any other business for the good of the order?
Any more door prizes?
We have
We
one.
done?
Wait,
There's one more.
Do it.
Let's do the door prize, and then I think we're done, and we'll open up the other rooms.
All right, so we have $200 donated from my home chapter, the Mile High.
I'm still here, Mo. I'm still here.
Yes, so everybody go to the social hour, please.
Y'all ready? Okay.
We're ready.
It goes to Savannah Adams.
Oh my gosh, is Pippi here? Pippi.
Yes, we are here.
Yay! You get $200.
All right.
That's the beginning of a nice little college
Thank
fund
you.
there, Savannah.
I can buy more Christmas and birthday for her now. Thank you. Hey guys,
Happy
somebody
birthday to her.
Thank you, Boo. Thank you.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have Labar and Grill. We'll all open that up just as soon as this gets gavelled down. And then Lisa is going to open up a room and tell some Halloween haunted stories. Now, she's sort of losing steam, so you want to catch Lisa right away. And so she can read a couple stories. And then I think the Halloween spirits are going to take her away. But that's going to be a separate room. So that's what I know, Jess and Kevin, if you're still out there, that's, I think, a wrap for me. Any other business to come before the banquet and the annual meeting, the National Federation of the Blind of Colorado's 66th annual convention is now adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. It was awesome.
Yay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. See you all in the social
Good night, folks. Going to the rooms. At least try to. Night.
I'm going bar hopping.
I'll meet you there.
Where are the rooms? Where are the rooms?
If you look on the agenda, it'll tell you where they're at.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, there's 2 different rooms.
I
Okay.
eventually probably will open mine, but I'm going to go check out the other ones first. I need a break. I need a break from running things for a minute.
Yeah, you better grab yourself a crown.
I am.
I just opened up my first beer, so I'll meet you over there.
Let me get rid of the...
Get rid of the live and the YouTuber.
Hang on. All right, YouTube. See you later.